GM.
Yes, GM.
All right, let me fade out this bomb music. There we go. All right, welcome, Mike. Welcome to the show, if I can call it that.
You can indeed call it that, and thank you, Eli. Appreciate it.
All right, great. So we have today for players going to play. We're with Kaiju cards. They're, they announced their Arbitrum integration a while back, but they're finally getting the ball rolling on the Arbitrum gameplay integration. So we have a closed alpha here we're going to show you today. Is that correct, Mike?
That is correct. Sorry, my mic kind of jumped on me there. That is correct. It is an earlier build of the closed alpha, but it's got a lot of the features you'll see in the upcoming Pioneer event. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Here we go. I got the screen shared here. This is the homepage.
Yes, sir.
All right. So walk me through it. What am I looking at here? What are the options available right now?
So right now you can check on the battle pass if you'd like. You can also check your inventory. That kind of inventory flow is also going to pop up when you click on play now, because you're going to need to equip your kaiju and make sure that they have everything that they need. So there's inventory management kind of outside of the run and before the run as well. There's two different battle pass bars. You see one of them just kind of is a quick view, you could say, shows your progress. That's that little thing on the right with that jewels symbol, that kind of pinkish purplish gem. And then the tutorial is actually just flat images that kind of show you how to play, show you how some of the UI works, explain how cards work, energy, all that good stuff.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Maybe before we get too deep into the gameplay, just because I know once I get going, I'm going to start tryharding. Why don't you talk a bit about what Kaiju Cards is?
Yep. I fully support the tryharding. So Kaiju Cards is a roguelite deck builder. That is a genre that, while some people have heard of, not all people have heard of. So usually how I like to describe the game is it's an RPG. You're going to have your characters. You're going to bring them in parties into dungeon runs. You're going to defeat enemies, and over time, you're going to get stronger. But the gameplay itself is all done mainly with cards. So your characters have attributes, skills, what have you. Most of those are going to be on cards. And the way that the turns and the battles happen is you're drawing cards like you would be playing a deck builder game, right? So you're building your deck as you go through the run. You're drawing cards, you're playing, you're trying to be as optimal as you can, defeating enemies. And then at the end of the run, you're going to get some XP. That XP is going to turn into, leveling on your battle pass. You're going to get some gear, equip that gear, get stronger. And eventually, pretty soon here, actually, we're planning on getting character leveling in too. So there's, that RPG vertical progression, but the gameplay itself is way more dynamic than just a turn-based RPG with a limited move set. There's actually a lot of cards to play around with and have fun with.
Okay, cool. So we got deck builder, RPG, roguelite. Oh, I think one of your teammates has showed up in the backstage here.
Yeah, I think Tyler is really the game master here. He's the one who's designed a lot of it, and he was going to be on the stream too, but he was just running a bit late. So it sounds like he might be here now, which is perfect timing.
All right, let me throw him on here.
Hi everyone. Fun fact: when we agreed to 1:30 p.m., I thought you were on the West Coast as well. But I guess that's not true because it's 10:40 and we're in the middle of a live stream. So thanks for
Well,
yeah.
glad you could make it
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, chat. Hello, everyone. Thanks
on a
for
Friday night, no less.
this Friday. Yeah. Great.
Can you hear
I have
me
no idea
okay?
what Mike explained, but I'm happy to do it again or go over a new thing.
Can you hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
you. What's I call you Clown Motel?
Tyler's fine. Clown
Tyler?
Motel's
Oh,
fine.
it's Tyler. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've never gotten like socially fully integrated into the like Twitter Discord space. So calling people handles and no one has real names. So
That's fair.
Tyler's
I'm so
fine.
used to being aggressively doxxed in community building.
Yeah, Sam. I might post my address to this chat. We'll see. Yeah.
Just send him some fan mail.
Mhm. Or show up and demand things. Whatever. It's fine. Doesn't have to be fan though.
So Mike just explained basically what Kaiju Cards is, and then we were gonna just jump into the what the closed alpha looks like right now.
Great. Sure. Let's do that.
All right, sweet. So I'll just hit play now.
Yep.
Cool. I did full disclosure. I did play this a couple weeks back for a bit, but as far as
Good.
anyone,
That'll make it easier for our audience. Yeah.
as far as anyone's concerned right now, I am still a noob.
Okay, cool. So as a noob, I'll explain to you what the slider does that you've already figured out over the course of the past 5 seconds. You click on the different intuitive skulls. They change the difficulty of the game. For people with like common characters that haven't leveled up or uncommons, I think we recommend easy. But for anything above that, like a bunch of uncommons and a rare, medium is fine. Even just like the base stats, that'll be like harder for you.
I'm going in
If you're
medium.
lights, probably just start with easy no matter what. But if you play a lot of card games, I think medium's fine. And then yeah, Hooligan's Bluff is the only dungeon we have unlocked right now. The rest are coming soon.
I like the sounds of matcha caves.
Thanks, me too. I'm excited for people to actually go there.
All right.
Yeah. So these are 3 of the starter kaiju, the ones that are like selectable by you in the main area. The current party thing won't do anything because you don't have any characters selected yet. So if you click on one of those, yeah. So those are the free ones. You got to roll new kaiju though in the top right because this is a demo copy where we can break the rules and do whatever we want. You can just populate.
So I can just roll a new one.
Yeah.
Do we think these ones are? Oh, I could probably get it uncommon. You think?
Maybe. Do you want to roll and find out?
How many times can I roll?
As many as you want because this is a demo. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. There we go.
Look at that rare. Look at our friend Hoppy Lazy Creek and his hippo teeth. Okay.
Are there epics too?
Yeah, you can roll like anything here potentially, and it's infinite. Each time you press the button, we are charging you $25.
Glad I didn't connect my wallet.
Click it as many times as you want. Yeah. You have quite a selection. This is plenty to choose from, I think.
Someone in the chat saying they think Tyler has the wrong mic enabled. It sounds like his webcam mic.
Oh no, I probably do.
Rugged. Okay, we got
well,
2 rares so far. Yeah, I did see you talking to a mic, but I thought it was just theater. Like I knew that was not a mic. All right, let's keep rolling. I really want to hit an epic here. Is it even possible? Oh, yes. Look at that beast. Okay.
Okay, I switched mics and it seems like you couldn't hear me. Was that true?
It was. It was true. Your input was not set to the mic. All right, I'm gonna add this epic because it's a beast.
Sure.
Oh. Okay, so I assume it's kind of like our other RPGs where you have like your utility support, your DPS damage class, and then your tank kind of thing.
Oh, that is correct. Can you hear me now? Or
yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll just stick with the.
So this looks kind of like our tank, I guess. It's got a lot of constitution.
Yeah, he sure does. Oh, you kept rolling on an epic when I was fucking with my mic settings. Cool.
Yeah, I went hard. I rolled a lot.
Yeah, that'll certainly make the game a lot easier. I think he's a knight, right? Your first one.
Yeah, the first one's a
Yeah,
knight.
let's get some variety. I think also making a party people can aspire to slightly easier without spending however much you theoretically would have to get this role.
Okay, this looks like a damage dealer. We can go with that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of strength. I mean, I think a wizard for your last one would be cool because you can show every class and how they work.
There we go. Magic. Okay, so I got my team. We got Shikona Snortnap. Is it a random name generator too?
It is, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hoppy, Lazy Creek, Good Run, Wonder Clam. I'm curious, do you guys use the Wu-Tang Clan name generator in the back end?
No, I don't know what that is, but I mean, I know what the Wu-Tang Clan is. I can guess what it is, but we do not. I made all of these.
Okay,
There's like a distinct pool for like each species. There's like a frog pool, a penguin pool, and a warthog pool. Yeah.
Is this the official Arbitrum team? So I work at the Arbitrum Foundation. I'm the community lead, and then Mike and Tyler work at Kaiju Cards, the game that we're streaming today. So yes, it is an official stream.
Is this mic working? Is this
I can hear you.
Does it sound like different though, or no?
I'm being honest. Is that a Shure SM that you're using?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm hearing, because I'm using the same mic as you, and it probably sounds cozy. But
we're just gonna go for webcam. It's fine.
It's not that bad.
Okay,
All things considered, it's fine. I've heard way worse mic cams.
Okay, so yeah, you got your friends.
Okay, so now how does the equipment work? How do I?
So let's just skip equipment for now. You can generate equipment and add them to characters, but I feel like it's not going to be accessible when players like first start. So, but yeah, like, or we can roll if you want to click roll new equipment at the top right, just to like show people what it means. So you got an AK-47 miniature goblin. These are what the equipment like look like. They just add like stats to your character for now.
Cool. It's showing it in
over them.
Showing it in real time.
Yeah, and then like eventually they'll do more than that. We wanted to keep it simple. We understand this is a lot of people's like first time playing a game like this, so when the game rolls out, like they don't do anything different mechanically. They're just adding stats. But long term, we'd like to do things like if you have like a certain thing equipped, like every time you discard a card, like a bonus effect happens, or like things to make the characters like more interesting. But we're gonna slowly introduce complexity, and right now it just makes your stats go a tiny bit.
Okay, well, I was worried that I messed up. Okay, let me see. I just need a ring now. I'm try-harding. There we go. Boom! My tank is fully geared.
If you want to use it, you can. But I feel like for the purposes of the demo, it might be more interesting if you don't have equipment.
All right, let me get it.
A bit strong. Yeah.
Well, at least we got to see it.
Yeah. That is how equipment works, though. Yeah. I mean, it's the equivalent of like if you made your character like level 60 and like WoW Classic, and then like went to like I don't know, to kill Hogger or something. It's like might not be like as interesting of an experience.
A little WoW reference there.
Yeah. I don't know.
You ever do one time I did a 60-person level 1 Hogger raid, kind of like that famous YouTube video.
Yeah. I like having the like 100 or whatever level ones. Yeah. I've tried that before.
It's kind of chaos.
Yeah. I think that's like probably like Burning Crusader is when I did it or something.
Oh, cool. Wow, there's a lot more details to the stats than...
Yeah, most of it unnecessary, probably. We don't expect people to like look at these, but it tells you like Kaiju have different like scaling stats as they level up too. That shows you what those are, like defense scaling percentage.
Honestly, not enough games show this much detail on RPGs, and that's coming from D&D. I love having as much optional information as possible for like optimizing.
And we might introduce things that change players like stat scaling over time too, if we feel like certain characters have like too crazy of an advantage over others. But that's what it's like set for now. Okay, cool. This is the main map. It's like the overworld. People can guess what it is. I think it makes sense. Are you trying to like mute something or what's up? Or just looking at the like menu in general?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure people can hear me over the music.
I think yeah. The music definitely sounds like it's coming through a speaker or something to me. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, the audio quality of the music is fine. I think it's okay though.
Okay.
If you want to click on that one. Yep. Okay, cool. So this is the first room.
Here we go.
All right. In your hand, you have attack and defense cards. They all have different values, and in the full version of the game, there's usually pictures on all the cards too that indicate whose card is whose. You can kind of tell here. This is like the old UI. So like Penguin has like a generic penguin picture, Frog is a generic frog. But in the final version of the game, it'll actually have your like real characters.
Okay.
Instead of one that just like sort of represents their species.
Did these numbers here for the damage take into account the stats?
They do. That's like directly where they're pulled from. So like what's actually happening in the back end there is like magic attack just deals 100% of magic damage. And like your magic stat for your wizard is 22 apparently, so that's how much it's going to deal. Yeah, cool. So if you hover over their abilities, that's like another kind of important thing. You see those little like icons directly below them? There's like so arcane friendship. The wizard one is like probably the most important one to keep track of. I think this like the demo client you're using is like an old UI, but what will happen is like every time you play a card from a character, that number will go up. And then it'll also tell you like which character played a card.
Okay.
So right now, you played a penguin card. And you still have to play a Warhog card and a Frog card. And when you do so, you'll trigger his ability, which is Arcane Friendship. So you'll draw a card and you'll get a bonus energy too.
So what's the energy? Is that my like mana?
Oh yeah,
my
correct.
turn?
Exactly. It's like mana. Yeah, it's that counter in the bottom left. And then we have an honest living for the rogue. So every time if you hover over the like coin symbol in the middle. So every time he kills an enemy, you're gonna get an energy. You want to use that to like
I can like reset.
Yeah, you set it up with like the other guys and then finish with him. So you can use it right now if you want. Yeah,
I'll get it here.
Destroy. No, you're gonna get an energy. And then if you play that one, you'll get another energy because you'll now have played a card from every character. You drew a card too. Yep. So Frost Dog's not even attacking you this turn. He's going to make you draw less cards next turn. I mean, you can like block whatever if you want to, but I think that's like all the damage you can deal this turn.
Okay, so there's no like default attack I can throw around.
Right. Yeah, you can only do things that you have access to through your hand.
Is this my full deck, or what's left in it?
And then the discard is on the left hand side. We reversed them. The discard is on the right, and the draw pile is on the left hand side.
What happens if I run out of cards?
Then your discard pile gets cycled back in.
Shuffled back in. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say you lose and the game is over, but I thought it'd be too late. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We got that fat fireball.
Damn. Where was that last turn?
Easy game.
Let me just double check because the music is coming through my headphones. But a couple of people said it sounds like it's not. That'll take me one sec. When you share a Chrome tab, it only shares tab audio, where if you share the entire screen, it does system audio.
Love the troubleshooting in 2023. Love that I can't even get my like $300 mic to turn on. Pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, here,
This will
let's.
never end. I thought this would leave once we all stopped using Ventrilo like 10 years ago, and it only got worse.
I miss Ventrilo.
Me
Oh,
too.
I get to pick cards each time I win.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the first time, let me stop messing with my mic settings and come back. So it's actually important. So the first time you beat a room, you get these card packs. So these are all like themed around different things, and they're chosen from the pool of cards that your characters had access to. Um, so for you, you have like one of each class, so you have the full like range of cards theoretically. Yeah, you got some weird piles here. I'll go over them.
I have to take the whole pack. I can't do
Yeah,
one card.
exactly.
Okay.
But you also have if you like, these are like very weird rolls. If you
Yeah.
want, you could press the lucky button too to get a fourth like blind pack. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, you got that one, and like you're just like locked into it now, whatever it is. If you don't like the other ones,
okay.
I think yeah. So I hope that one's better. We'll see, but oh yeah, okay. You haven't drawn any of the new ones yet. Oh, we got magical trebuchet. Okay, so you got the like patient one. This is kind of interesting. So the new cards in your deck are magical trebuchet, the one on the bottom.
This one,
right? I think yeah.
Plus
yeah.
X energy next turn, deal 39 times. Ooh.
Yeah, so you have to wait, but it does like a ton of damage.
Yeah.
I think you got a spell book too, so that generates bonus energy for you.
Oh yeah. Does the music sound like it's coming through the game now? The system? Any different?
To me, it still sounds like it's not. But that's okay. Now I get to mess with my bogus hardware settings too. So don't mind time spent being able to do that. Okay, those are for cards, and yeah,
right,
we
let's
want to
give
get
it
back
to
to
him.
the That's fine. That's all now.
Boom.
Sick. Okay, so who's it a card by? I was not looking. If you know, do you know who's like a card that was that you just played, or
it was, I think this dude,
our friend Poppy Lazy Creek.
Poppy.
Nice. Okay, cool. That's perfect because you still have Penguin cards and you still have Warhog cards. So yeah, if you play that, looks good. Either way, depends on who you like less in this moment.
I guess the energy is not going to matter from Thangy. I don't have a.
The strong block thing. Oh yeah, you don't have strong block yet, so you're not going to get the bonus. So that's just this. Or I mean, he'd get strong block, I guess. Oh, so he's actually not being attacked. It's the Warhog that's being attacked. If you see, there's like a 5 like sword symbol.
Oh yeah.
On top of him. Yeah. So yeah, like that's how you figure out who in your party is being attacked.
Okay, so that's who they're going to target.
Right. Yeah. So the block on the Penguin's not going to do anything. That's okay. It's only 5 out of your 134. I think you'll be fine. Still pretty early here.
Yo, they're so weak.
Yeah, you did choose the most goated Warhog of all time. So I
Should I put it on hard? I should have put it on hard.
comparison. No, I think it's fine.
Okay,
Whatever.
does it get harder?
We're just showing people cards and having a good time. I think it's okay. Pocket Sand's a great card.
All right, let's do this one.
Yeah, sure. And the reason why you're drawing less is because of Frostbite. It's like visibility. Everyone hates it, and they're right to do so. Hagen time? Maybe. I think, yeah, you're not going to need compound interest. This card is like a little bogus right now because I don't think you have that many ways to deal bleed in your deck. But that might change if you get more throughout the run. The gnome is attacking you for 10. So Testudo formation might be good here. So at least get 9 block.
Boom.
Great.
I guess if the cards get discarded anyway, I should just use them. I have energy.
Yeah. You can.
Oh, here we go. All right, let's call it a day.
Oh,
here.
so he's got 18 block on him right now, actually. So it's not going to be a kill. I mean, you're welcome to like, yeah.
There we go.
Very nice out of there. I mean, you could. So if you play that now, I mean, you can do whatever you want. But if you play the attack card, he's going to have like block, right? So it actually tells you what's going to happen when you hover over, because he's got 18 block and 5. So he'd take -3 and go to 2. But if you play Magical Trebuchet, that attacks him at the start of the next turn, and block goes away at the end of your turn. So he'll die like at the start of your next turn. Part of the card, you just have to discard a card. So yeah, fine, and great. Does his thing. Doesn't matter. He doesn't even know he's gonna die. Look at him. Yeah. Just like all of this. Okay, and you get a new card. The stream just went away from me. I don't know if it's because you're messing with like the audio settings or not.
No, I was just putting it back to sharing the tabs,
okay,
but
cool.
it's easier to see it.
Yeah. These are all fine.
Draft.
I'm not seeing like an obvious synergy. Small but Stoic is like a very safe pick because it just gives you 6 block for free, removes all debuffs, and you get to draw one. Orb of Frost is like a pretty interesting card, and then Charge is just like very straightforward damage.
I want damage.
All right, cool.
I want to pump.
Yeah. Oh, we have a vent room here. That is the path we're on. So it's bedtime. It's straight pajamas and a matching nightcap is here. And he wants you to read him one of 2 stories: The Little Gnome Prince Who Lived in a Bathtub Made of Chocolate, or The Little Gnome Who Lived Alone in a Townhouse Made of Ghosts. And you can choose to give him sleep paralysis or not, or just heal your kaiju.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So everybody's back to full health if they weren't already. I think one guy took like 5. That's fine. It's probably the safer option there.
Oh, gross. All right, let's see what we got here. Apply Debility to a target, deal 7 damage to every enemy. Draw 1 card, discard 1 card. Deal 50% less damage. Okay. Alright. I'm just seeing if I can trigger that extra energy here.
Oh, does this mic feel like it's working and it's not from a webcam anymore?
I'm not sure anymore. My ears are so.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I guess that's good for a webcam mic.
Yeah, music definitely is loud for me too.
Yeah.
Sad. When music bar adjuster in the closed
Great
alpha.
question. I don't know. I would like one too. Yeah, you can mute it. It's fine.
I'm gonna mute it, and I'm gonna put this lo-fi thing.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting messages.
Okay,
what we got? We got Pocket Sand. So Debilitate's a great ability. That's like the main reason you take this card. That's fine. I think Frosthog wasn't actually attacking you. He's just like trying to give you that debuff. Yeah, you probably have on interest again. But yeah, because I don't know if you're gonna generate bleed this turn, so it feels good. Cool. And that was from our friend Hoppy, I think is his name. Your frog friend in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we play a wizard card, we can still try and get towards Arcane Friendship.
Let me see, 24. It's 46.
You also have its hogging time, which increases everybody's damage until the end of the turn.
Oh, elf-friendly attack characters get 50% block strength. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Why didn't I use that first?
Cool. So then you've got magic attack still. That'll be the yeah. So now it's 33. So you could easily, and they all have unready. So that's the other part of it. And you got a bonus energy because everybody played a card because of shit. Yep.
I'm based right now.
So yeah, easy kills. Cool. Looks great. The free energy ride is over. I didn't even notice the transition into chill hop. That was very subtle. Maybe we should reconfigure Kaiju cards to have a chill hop based soundtrack.
Intends to block, so that means next turn he's gonna put that up?
Correct. Yeah. Thank you for reading. I can't believe you found someone who reads and plays games. I feel like that's hard to communicate. Maybe that's on us.
No, I like to read through. I mean, you guys have a lot of information. I wouldn't worry
it's very
about lack of information.
Yeah. Violence Hour is a spicy card. Overfrost is like safe. Mutually assured self-destruction. It's like it's pretty fun, but
Yeah, it's the Orbit Frost here. Every time you discard a card, give a random friendly character 33% block and strong block. What's strong
I don't know
block
if you
again?
have that many. Strong block increases the amount of block that you generate till the end of a turn by 50%. So that's like a huge block generating engine. And then Violence Hour is like the opposite. So like Vulnerable is everybody takes 50% more damage to the end of a turn, but it applies to all characters, so your friendly characters get it too.
Okay.
Yeah. So just the way you, like deal a lot of damage, but at the risk of potentially taking more too.
Yeah, Pancake. I can't reduce the Chrome volume through Windows because then I wouldn't hear Tyler as well either because he's also going through.
I'm part of the Chrome ecosystem.
He's part of the Chrome StreamYard package. Gain Orb of Frost. Let's just do it.
Sure. Nice.
Here we go.
We get some interesting rooms. This one's a nightmare room.
What does that mean?
They're gonna generate a lot of like annoying cards. I think your characters are so busted it will not matter.
Okay.
But yeah, these guys are normally like pretty annoying. Yeah, we got some cards. We got plenty of block.
Just gonna go off on this guy.
Yeah.
Let us. Boom.
Cool.
Okay, let's.
Yeah, that was a 2 cost. So
oh, I didn't see that. Uh-oh.
Yeah. But you can either take 4 or
I'm gonna put it on him just because
sure.
in case I get a fireball.
Cool.
Ooh, I got some alpha from Pancake. Volume Master plugin to change volume per tab. That is good because it's tough with browser-based games because it's attached to the same as the streaming mixer. Unless I do 2 instances of Chrome, but then I don't know how that works.
Maybe do you think we should do a free ad for them in the hopes that they partner with us? Do official Volume Master plugin Kaiju cards collaboration by the next video.
Well, we'll make the introduction for you, but you gotta close the deal.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, I want to kill this. So will this supersede? Will this happen before? How does the turn stack?
Yeah. So
before his shield.
It will happen after it's applied next turn, but it'll still be enough damage to kill him. It will be. I think you could play another card first though, because it costs X, and unfortunately, right now, X is just like the remaining energy you have. We don't have a system to have the player choose yet. So if you play Pocket Sand first, or Spellbook if you wanted to,
gain an additional energy momentary. After this card is placed, remove it from your deck until the end of the room.
Yeah,
so this is considered a room. This whole.
Yeah. This like current scene is considered a room. Yeah, correct. Yeah, and then yeah, I mean it feels fine. Cool, and then you can magical shard rotate if you want. Nice. Choose 1 card to discard. Oh, Pocket Sand, the only card in your hand. Nice.
If you don't have an extra card in your hand, you can't use the spell, right?
You actually still can for some of them. It depends.
Okay.
So there's like sometimes incentive to just empty your hand and then not have to discard anything. Okay, great. So he took a shit ton of damage in his block this time.
Oh, this is not a very offensive hand.
Nope.
Do you think there'll be eventually a way for you to to like draft your own deck, or like how does the how what's the vision for the deck situation in like the beta or something?
Yeah, we want to incorporate more deck building elements. So Kaiju are gonna have like predefined pools of cards they can like draft from. And then future characters, we're like experimenting with the idea of making their deck pools like potentially like smaller but like more streamlined. So you can do more of like elements that would conventionally happen in like a like TCG. But I think right now, like the best way to just control the deck is like the characters that you have. Like we went for a balanced party, right? And I think also the RNG on your run is just mostly leaning towards like non-aggressive cards for the most part. The hypnotized card you can't do anything with. Oh, is that what the?
It's stuck. Oh, there
Okay,
we go.
okay, I was gonna say, yeah. Hopefully, like clicking enter will work.
Pre-alpha things.
But yeah, we want to have users be able to customize their card pools like more with time. But I think we're also just gonna like add a bunch more cards in the future to help with that. Because right now, I don't think there's wide enough of a card pool. I think there's like I don't know, like 20 something per class. To the point where we didn't want to like dilute that down, but have players not have access to some cards. So you've got the orb, but you didn't discard anything yet, so it isn't generating any block. It was a big frost dog hit, damn. This is like the first real damage you've taken all around though.
If I apply a block to someone, does it carry over to the next battle?
No, it does not.
Okay.
So I think the only thing you're really incentivized to do here is kill him.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Mustn't do. What are all the stuffs that pop up here?
Yeah, so they used to have hovers. Maybe it's just not working in this specific client. But mustn't tarry is like the number of turns it takes you to beat a run. The fewer turns it takes you, the more points you get.
And how are the points represented?
The points, or like what gives you points? You mean, or
yeah, like what does the points mean? Is that
Yeah.
like your score for like?
So yeah, at the end of your run, you are like graded based on your score. The biggest things to keep your score up are having characters alive and having them not take damage. And also like the path you take influences a little bit because some paths have more enemies, and the more enemies you kill, your score goes higher too. And all it does is like at the end it assesses like how well you do, and that can play into like the leaderboard and rewards. So if your run is more successful, you will get like more rewards than like a bad run. But, I mean, I think like we tried to really simplify the score system to the point where now I think it's really just like how much damage you take, and how many Kaiju are alive at the end, how many enemies you destroyed, and then if the rooms you're playing are like shorter, then you'll get some like bonus points. But I would skip the questionable hat too.
You think so?
I think this, yeah. I think the souvenir has not been updated. So what it's supposed to do is let you draw one less card per turn, but you get a bonus energy. And right now, I think it's a -2 instead of a -1, just like in this specific build, which is like too strong. So I would personally skip the questionable hat.
This man and his terrible hats must suffer for their unspoken crimes. Leave without purchasing one.
Yeah. Good.
Brilliant.
Good day. Good hat, man.
Oh, this looks like a beast of a room.
It sure does. Yeah. It sure looks like a big, scary boss man.
Oh, so are these like extra skulls here like bosses or just harder fights?
Harder fights. I mean, at the end, so the bosses in this version at least are like, yeah, anybody who's like just standing there. So like at the very end, there's one, and then we have Mimic right now too. So if you hover over his Mimic attack, the 999. Like over there, yeah. So he attacks for the last one of damage done to him. If no one attacks, he attacks for 1 million damage instead.
Okay, so I just need to save the weakest attack for last.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you get it. Okay, so you've got small but stuck. That might not be a bad way to start, just because you get a card draw.
Okay, yeah, right, and it's 0.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, nice. So now we have a random Warhog attack that we can use.
Sometimes
there's like
card hover breaks.
Try clicking on a card. Okay, so you can still view.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like this might be the last because I don't have any bleed.
Yeah, you guys are so big though. Like
yeah. Additional energy. Let me just think this through. So how does this work again? Costs X energy next turn, deal
Yeah, you
39
deal
times
that much
X
to them.
damage.
I think it will. I don't know. It was initially supposed to proc for like 0 damage this turn, which was like a fun way to try and get around Mimic, but I don't know if it currently does that or not. I don't want to ill-advise you and have your Penguin die.
Okay, let's
So I think
start with
maybe like the normal
this.
attack, or I guess you could do Fireball. Oh, actually no, that's a great call. Actually, yeah, do Fireball because I think what Fireball does is it applies fire damage at the end, and the fire damage is very small. Oh no, never mind. It combined them both. I guess that was changed. Now it's 69. So we might want to play the Warhog card on the far right, so that your Penguin doesn't get yeeted into the sun. Yeah, I think that's our best bet, unfortunately. And we drew a card. We get Patient Ambush.
We can use this too, right?
It feels fine, yeah. Well, let's take 24, which is still a bit, but you'll be fine.
I will be.
You gotta discard something just because it's part of the card. But it doesn't matter at this point because your turn's over. Yeah, took big damage, but... Yeah,
what is this?
This guy's going down pretty fast, though. Okay, so now he's just blocking for 45. Oh, so like he's not being attacked right now, the Warthog. It's like he's attacking the Penguin. So only block on the Penguin matters.
Oh, I thought it had to go to the person in the icon, like the representative.
Oh no, sorry, you can choose anybody as the target.
Oh, undo, control, whatever undo is. I forget.
Yeah. No, yeah. So.
Oh wait, where did this come from?
You drew a card because you played one from every character.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Clutch gamer.
26.
Wait, it didn't change.
No, so it's like a different attack called Chomp, where it just attacks you for 45.
Not his Infinity Strike.
Yeah.
Pangu. I don't have any heals other than this warm milk.
I mean, you can kill him right now, though. You'll be fine. You've got, charges for 48, so it's pretty easy. That was a lot of Penguin damage, so.
He was really hooked on Pangy.
Yeah, it's bad RNG to get him like 3 times in a row because he chooses like a random enemy to target.
Oh, I like this.
Scatterbrain is good.
Wait, what's Bulwark? Bulwark exactly like block.
Yeah, it's explained there.
But doesn't go away at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
If a character with both block and Bulwark takes damage to block decrements. Oh, does block only last for 1 turn?
Correct. Yeah, it goes away at the end of each turn. And Bulwark is just block that lasts longer. But I think Scatterbrain is cool here. So if you go, there's a few paths you're gonna have here, right? The bottom one gives you a rest site if you want, but it's the hardest one. Oh no, the like 3 little like.
Oh, is that what that is? It's like fully heal your party.
Yep, not full, but like you get it's like 25% heal, I think. Or you can like remove cards from your deck or bring a guy back.
Okay, well we have to do this.
It's gonna be a harder path though, so yeah.
Can I drink this now?
No, it just tells you that you got it at some point.
Oh.
You already had the healing applied earlier.
Son of a gun.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay. Let's think here. Let's start off 21 damage on your target. Strong block. Ooh, who's
Testudo formation's looking real nice here because you have a lot of like small damage coming in.
It's true.
So everyone's gonna get 9 and strong block.
Draw cards first. That's rule number 1 of TCGs. Okay, looking good. And we're gonna reset the energy too. We're gonna have a big turn.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big turn. I mean, you honestly might not even need the block. I don't mind it just in case because your Penguin's so low, but you might be able to kill a lot of these guys.
Who was attacking the Penguin? This guy and this guy.
Yep. Yeah. Nice. And you played a card from everybody, so you get a bonus card. Okay. 24. Sure.
We're gonna block.
One thing you could have done there is gotten a bonus energy with the rogue kill thing. +1, but it felt like kind of nominal, so it's fine. Oh, and you got Scatterbrain if you want to try that.
Discard
Um,
2 if this is the only card. I wonder if I can get it to be the only
I
card. No,
think
I can't.
I don't
I
think
can't.
so. Yeah. It's like possible, but I think you kind of have to like work your deck towards arriving at that situation a lot in a way that we haven't had the luxury to do yet.
Let's use this.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
So,
going
we
on
have a
here?
lot to work with now.
Oh, I can discard the cards I got, so the draw happens
Right.
first.
Yep. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Makes
I've
it a
never
lot
seen
stronger, yeah.
that.
You heard of it? Yeah, that seems fine. Compound
What?
interest is like so dead on this deck. That's real good. Yeah.
Okay.
So you unfortunately don't. Yeah, we haven't drafted that many like low cost rogue cards, so it's pretty hard to proc that like +1 energy kill right now. If you do magical trebuchet, that'll be like
That'll be enough.
oh, it's gonna do the like all your remaining energy though.
Oh, right. So I'll do it
Yeah,
after.
if you want to do something else first, like you could do like block or something.
I think I'll just at the beginning of your next turn deal damage.
Yeah,
So-
or you could just have Warhog take 15 and then they both die. Or you like block for him either way. Yeah. Okay, cool. So next turn he's gonna die. And then if you use
this-
magical trebuchet, yep, then he's gonna die
they'll
too.
both die.
Yep. You gotta discard a card, but doesn't matter. 'Cause it's the last thing you did.
Oh, they attack first.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. So yeah, he took the damage. But started the turn. Both die. There you go.
Boom.
Cool.
Deaded. Get deaded. In 3 turns, deal 105 damage to target. If the enemy dies as a result, apply Courageous to all friendly targets.
it's like more of what you currently have, where it's just like mega damage in a long time.
I need that.
Yeah, go for it.
DOT, baby.
Yeah.
It's got like Warlock curse energy.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what? I'm going for the rest.
Yeah, go for it. It's always the rest side always gets me.
Oh, this is it? Come
Oh,
on.
this guy. Yeah, he's I mean, well, it's pretty big.
Tired
lot of
means
damage.
what? I have 1 less energy, or
Tired means your guys deal less damage. It's like not that big of a deal. It's mostly the
well, good
damage
thing I have this.
in here. Yeah, strong. Yeah, Testudo formation is a godsend this turn. And you'd have the energy to plan years into making him too. I think it's either. I think you like Testudo formation no matter what.
Yeah, that is.
You might as well just do that. Yeah. And then now either shield plus plan years in the making,
I feel like
or
so if I do plan
Scatterbrain
year,
plus the
if I do plan years in the making, then I'm just defending the next 2 turns.
right. Yeah.
I think I'd rather put some damage in right now in case
Sure.
I draw damage. And he's vulnerable.
Yeah, go for it. Or he will be. He's not yet, but
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Very good. Oh yeah, we're about to bury him. I think. No, we're not.
Maybe. I think. Oh,
Wait,
Hogging
wait.
Time, actually. Yeah, Hogging Time might.
Hold
Let's see
on.
what- Oh, and you drew? Yeah, definitely the magic attack. Oh, that's gonna be plenty. You can bury him. Because he's got
What do we got here?
like unguarded or whatever, plus vulnerable.
Oh,
Oh,
so
I'm ready. Yeah. Because
this is actually
Hogging
gonna
Time gives
this is gonna
everybody
deal
a
like more
Warhog
than it
energy.
shows.
Yeah, so if you hover over him, it'll tell you the amount it's actually gonna deal. Oh no, sorry, like click on the card and then so it's gonna deal 47.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is plenty, because then you're gonna have an extra energy for like one of these.
Oh, I can use this too.
Yep. Yeah. You're gonna get him for sure. Discard anything but the magical attack. So we need that. Nice. Okay. I keep getting confused when the lo-fi hip-hop soundtrack doesn't switch over to like the triumphant victory sound at the end. Keep expecting like a lo-fi victory sound to come on.
No one's ever gave that feedback on previous playthroughs, and I've done a lot of them. So quest done.
Oh, Adderall of Nobility and Cauldron Bubble is spicy. I don't know if we take it, but read what Cauldron Bubble does too.
Discard all cards in your hand, deal 9 damage. Ooh, so if we have that other one that gives us 4 cards,
If you get, I feel like you don't have like that much card draw, unfortunately, but it still could be like interesting. And, like Adderall Nobility is.
I think
really
this
good,
just
but
is more consistent.
I
Here.
think Time for Bed like makes more sense, but I just love going for dumpster diver no matter what. But I think this is like better for what you currently have. Like that hammer throw is probably going to be useful. Yeah, we made the rest site.
That's so cute. I
I
love this.
Yeah, I really like the rest side too. It's by Big Bilbo, one of our artists, Drew. So I think
Move up
you
to
want
3 cards. Do I get to pick the cards?
So you get to choose one of these effects though. If you
yeah.
wanted to heal, you have to do it instead. But yeah, true. If you wanted to do that instead, then
Get rid of
yeah, you get
them.
to pick 3 cards to get rid of. But I think yeah, just because your penguin's so low.
Yeah, true. We got to get through 4 fights on current health. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah, no.
I think we're gonna have to start blocking now.
I
Strategically.
think we might have to play block card or two. Okay, you got Feathered Fortress. That's a good start, and you got Scatterbrain, and Hammer Throw if you really need to, but it's more of like a break in case of emergency thing.
Brittle. Every time this card is played, remove a brittle counter. If this card has 0 brittle counters, remove it from your deck permanently.
So basically what it does allows you to choose an enemy to do nothing until the end of a turn and also damage them, but you can only use it 3 times before it breaks forever. So
Okay.
So you could target it to make someone like not attack you at all if you wanted to, and do a bunch of damage to them. But yeah, you might want to save it too. Unsure.
Well, we have one of the stacks. We got 3 stacks, so maybe.
Yeah, you can afford to do it once if you wanted to. Yeah.
Wait, let me just make sure. No, I can't get everyone to attack though.
You do have Scatterbrain too if you want to fish for more cards, but
No, I think we're okay with this cards.
Okay.
I think I might do Hagen Time and Patient Ambush and Feathered Fortress here.
Yeah, that feels okay. Cool. And you drew a card, which Hogging Time does, but I think it got cut off. Yeah.
What did we draw? Oh, this. Okay.
Yeah, you got the shield, yeah.
Okay, let's. He needs some block.
He's
gonna take a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's just confusing because Patient Ambush is like being hovered over, which is scary right now. I think Feathered Fortress was being selected, but because of the card glitch, yeah, that's fine. I think Penguin safe here. Then yeah, that'll nuke. So yeah, perfect. We'll do exactly enough next time.
Oh, we got a bonus. We got a bonus.
Energy, yeah.
We're so good. Apply bleed.
Yeah, I think either of those is fine. It just depends on if you want to have more block or not.
Honestly, I'm vibing with some defense.
I think that's not a bad call. Yeah, cool.
Let's just protect our health.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry,
I think at the beginning I didn't realize that health was like so scarce.
Right. Yeah. It's a pretty hard resource to get like more of later. The only way you can do currently is through that rest site. Oh no. Oh, Patient Ambush. Okay, I didn't realize it would trigger that way. I guess the bonus damage from Hogging Time went away at the end of your turn.
Rug.
Yeah. I feel like I ill-advised too.
You did. You did.
Compound.
We didn't put the bleed on the last turn. Okay, well, let's do this first and foremost, I think.
Yeah. I think the pseudo formation and magical trebuchet is probably fortunately those two. You can still play Compound Interest, I think, because it'll still trigger the like wizard card draw thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, because you haven't played a frog card yet, right? Yeah, so it doesn't do anything, but it triggers the like now he's played a card, right? And once you play Magical Trebuchet on someone, yeah, sure, look that gnome or that guy. I don't know. It's up to you. I think maybe a gnome is better because you probably have something that could deal 24. Yeah. Get rid of that. And now you've got Pocket Sand and energy. Oh fuck. Oh no. Yeah, I was because like you drew a card and got an energy after. That's how we played. Yeah.
There's a lot going on, so
yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. Okay, cool. No worries.
I think we can just finish them here.
Yeah.
Or no, we need the.
We come close at least. Yeah. Yeah, you could fish for a card and see if you want. And debilitated is going to make one of them attack for like half too.
It's true, since we can't kill them anyway.
Yeah.
But so does this.
You can kill one of them at least. So it just comes down to, I guess you probably want the Warhog to take the damage maybe, and pocket sand whoever's attacking him and kill the other one. Yeah, probably kill that. Oh wait, 30. Why is it saying? Why is it saying? Oh, it's because see your Warhog. It's a Warhog card, and he's got all these debuffs on him right now. He's got 15, so he's dealing less. But if you use Fireball, it'll kill the other one. I think.
Okay, let's do this first.
Doesn't have anything. Sure. Yep. Get it hypnotized easy, and then probably just yeah, Fireball on the gnome.
Yeah, the gnome would do 21 damage here.
Yeah, because the gnome's attack. Yeah, the Groghog was going to deal 20, but you gave him debilitated, so he's fine. Yeah, now you can just
Let's just read first for a second.
Sure.
I wish I had some like healing.
Yeah, heal's definitely like a pretty scarce resource. I think we want to add like more rest sites and stuff in the future, but right now just like the current map doesn't have one after Mimic, and it probably should.
Does the amount of rest sites change based on the difficulty you choose?
It does not. Cool. It does not. I think someday it will, but it currently does not.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, based on difficulty currently is like how strong the enemies are and what their moves are.
Okay, deal 24 damage to target. I like these.
Oh, yeah, Intervene's great too. So Intervene,
me...
I don't know if we've seen that. It like forces whoever you target with that card to attack your Warhog.
Oh, cool.
If someone was going to attack Penguin and you played Honor Duel on them, they changed their target to Warhog.
This reminds me of a warrior card from Hearthstone.
I would not be surprised if that exists in Hearthstone as well. It feels like a good
minus the taunt.
Deal. Just gaining attack and block. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, dealing damage and gaining armor. I love that stuff. Deal 24 damage for every 3 points of unblocked damage.
Not sure why Every's capitalized there, but that's okay. And then
gain 1 energy every 10 cards drawn. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's just if you have like a big card draw mechanic going on.
I like Intervene.
I think
Warhog can take it.
You're playing a very like honest deck. It's definitely like a warrior kind of feeling deck.
Yeah, it is very
warrior. Of, like big damage and big block.
Okay, so they all want a piece of fondue, boy.
Yeah, they sure do.
Shakona.
Mr.
I don't even need to. I don't even need to intervene.
So true. Yeah. You can make them deal less damage though, with debilitated and unguarded.
It's true.
So
it might be pseudo formation and sweep the leg.
That feels fine.
Actually, charge could kill this guy, so it might be worth it.
Yeah. And charge on him. Yeah, that's good. Nice.
Yeah. We go for
Start taking 3. It's pretty light damage turn. Nice.
We going hog wild, says Rob Vegas.
Thank you, Rob Vegas. We're always going hog wild in the heart. Okay, so he made you draw 2 less. That's like what Frostdog does.
Deal 8 damage to all enemies, apply bleed. I think I can kill.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. Yeah. So you can fireball. I mean, honestly, with Fireball, because Fireball deals fire damage too, so it deals like random bonus damage in addition to whatever it says. So that might be enough to kill either of them. Yeah. Probably kill the top guy, because he's the one who's actually damaging you this turn. Alright, cool. So now we've both got bleed. Yep. Now you're not going to take anything.
Okay.
Then Frostdog's going to apply a debuff, or he's going to block.
Oh yeah.
Now you're fine. Now we just gotta slowly kill him and get around his block.
It's kind of a shit turn.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, you'll be fine. The hard part's over. You can see what you get, I guess.
Let's start with this.
Fuck it. Pocket Sand? Not helpful. If you,
I mean,
yeah, if
I
you're
guess
like waiting, you
I could draw another card.
Yeah. Magic or Trebuchet? Oh, easy. Yeah. That feels. Oh no. Oh, I mean like play that.
Yeah. I was just reading.
Oh, cool, okay.
Get out of here. So let's do this, intervene, and then finish off with. I guess I could use another block, and then still use this for 39. But actually,
it would be for 0 at that point. Because it's like per energy you spend on
well,
it.
let's hope the bleed finishes him off.
Oh, and he gets it right, and that's everybody. Nice. So then.
Oh, he's gonna die now.
Now he's gonna die for sure. Yeah, you got it. Nice.
He'll attack first, though, right?
And with the bleed. Yeah, he's just applying a debuff though, so you don't take any damage. And then yeah, you got it. Nice.
We're doing good.
The
barrier. Every time a character with barrier would take damage, reduce that number by X. Barrier goes away at the end.
So like so say like 2 different characters are attacking him for 10. Now they're each attacking your character for 2. And then you get 8 block on top of that.
Interesting.
And hide behind is like the opposite of intervene. If your frog is being targeted, you can choose a character, probably Warhog, for him to hide behind, and now Warhog is attacked instead. Also some
draw 3, discard 2. Oh, that's a nice card draw.
Yeah.
This card cannot be played if this card is discarded, gain 1 energy. We do have some discard mechanics, but situationally,
yeah. I think it's
kind of like this.
I think they're all like fine here. I don't think there's like a.
It's also 0 mana, which I love.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
I can't help calling it mana. Just
no, it's fine. Everyone will. We sometimes do too.
Oh, this guy's gonna get dummy.
As long as it's not a legally infringing use of the word mana, and we're talking about.
Oh my god, mana's everywhere.
Folklore, or yeah.
Okay, I might as well get a card.
Not tied to a separate game universe. Yeah.
Garbage.
Sweep the leg helps. I don't know if it'll be enough though, because you haven't played. I think what you could do, because it was use the frog to draw, so you could sweep the leg and then sword slash and hope.
Yeah.
Bonus card you get. Oh, pocket sand actually.
I'm gonna use
pocket sand.
This and this because they all generate cards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with this because I don't have to discard. Or I guess.
I think it's fine to
Just want to make sure takes 5% of it. Start the next turn. So. Okay, what do we draw? Patient ambush.
Not exactly what we need here. Yeah, definitely draft.
Well, now let's do pocket sand.
Yeah, pocket sand is going to help a lot. So it'll make the penguin live at least.
Let's get rid of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, he has 3 stacks of bleed.
It's so sad. The one turn that, like, I mean, you could still use it, I guess. But...
What's targeted again?
So he's going to take like bonus damage for being targeted next turn. I think it's like a bonus 15% or something.
Well, we can't play this, so let's go.
Yeah, so I think that's like safe to discard for sure. Testudo formation looks good.
What's he gonna do? 21 here.
And we still haven't played a Warhog card, and I think you'll get a bonus card and energy after you play that.
No, we didn't play a penguin card.
It was a penguin card. Yeah, you're right. That's okay. We didn't have any in our hand anyways. So.
Okay. We get to block him.
We block.
Full block.
Look at that. He didn't even notice. He's safe inside his block home.
So 39 times 3, that would kill him.
Next turn, though. Yeah.
That's okay. I think I'm just going to do it.
Okay. I mean, your penguin will die then, though, because he's attacking him for 42 right now.
All right, because he attacks first.
Yeah.
Can I even protect him right here?
We've got Scatterbrain, so you can fish for more cards. So currently not, but the answer is like maybe for the result.
Wait, all friendly characters get 50% plus block, strength, and magic to the answer.
Yeah, and it's the only Warhog card you have, so I don't hate Hogging Time.
But it doesn't give them block, just the next block I get.
Right, yeah.
We
But
just
if
have to scatter.
Yeah, sure, we can start with Scatterbrain, that's fine. Okay, so you're gonna block. Those are useful.
Get rid of
Spellbook,
this.
yeah, not, and you gotta get rid of one more. Oh, Honor Duel's good. We want that. Cool. Yeah, Honor Duel is looking like a primo card here, probably. It's probably just a matter if
Use
you want to
this
do
first.
logging time and then that, or
Yeah,
either that or do Honor Duel and then Shield, probably. But either one.
This one. And then Honor Duel, so he has to attack Wardy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, target the enemy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
perfect. We saved Penguin. Oh, I guess I can do this too.
I mean, it won't do anything because it deals damage equal to the energy you pay, and if you have 0 energy, it just.
Oh, so it multiplies it by 0, literally.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'll just draw one less card next turn.
Yeah. So. Cool.
Okay.
Clutch. Still living. Oh, you can finish him this turn.
Yeah, we can. Let's just get right to it.
Even that in the bleed. Yeah. Even just fireball's enough. Right? Yeah. That was a crit, I think. Maybe. Yeah.
That one we almost lost Pangy.
Yeah. Getting a little.
I like this. If I have that plus fireball, that'll be crazy.
Arcane Power is real good. Yeah.
What's Magical Storm?
I think Protein Shake is like a great fit for you here.
Apply.
I mean, those two ever cards are cool too, though. I like those cards a lot, but I think in your deck, Protein Shake probably makes more sense.
Oh, you're
cool. My alarm to start the stream and get ready for it just went off. Awesome.
Final boss. Oh, not that. This is the final boss, right?
Yes. Yeah. The one. Sometimes this room is harder than the actual final boss, depending on who you get. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's focus up here.
It doesn't look so bad. You can So you have Frosthog. He's just gonna make you draw less. He's not doing any damage. And
Brittle. Every time this card is played, remove. Oh, it's cut off.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah. So it's just like you've got 3 brittle counters. Every time you play it, a brittle counter goes down.
I kind of like
yeah.
I like Hammer Throw plus Honor Duel here.
Yeah, I agree. You're gonna Hammer Throw the Frosthog.
He's only doing. Oh, so it'll mess up my cards if I don't.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably safe here.
And let's just focus damage, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Or does it only intervene?
He's already attacking that one, so it's like.
Right. The intervene's useless.
Yeah. Cool.
So the intervene would only work on the one target, not.
The one target. Oh yeah, you choose. Yeah, the enemy you target is the one who gets intervened.
Is Mike joining later? Mike's here. Are you still here, Mike?
I'm here.
Wait, did Hammer Throw freeze it?
I am here. Am I needed? I've just been enjoying the stream.
Oh, we can hear you. Welcome back.
Mike came back and then broke the game.
Yeah, it looks like.
I've been here just watching the whole time.
Wait, what do we do here? Does a page refresh usually fix this?
I don't know. What version is this? Yeah.
It's hung. Okay. You can try. Here's the problem. We have like quite a few different builds of the game, right? Because this is an older client. We have a totally new client that we're working with in internal testing. I can't remember if this client, if you refresh, if you can pick back up in the round.
We have no other choice. You're seeing it live. Play testing.
I can't remember. The new client avoids this problem. This is a test build. We'll see.
I'm not optimistic.
Fuck!
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. That was a sick run too. You were doing so
it's over.
This is wrecked. I'm so sorry. We should have I was considering pushing the new client for production on Monday to the demo site, but
demo client feels bad.
Well, I mean, the good thing is
you were so triumphant.
We did showcase a lot. Tell the fans at home what would have happened when I won, because I was gonna win.
You get $1 million and 10% equity in Kaiju.
You can't do do that to me. What do you actually get?
You get a little victory thing that says "Great job." You beat her,
Okay,
dude.
great job.
Thanks for playing, and you get to beat Boss Hog Jurgen, who's a big bad boy warhog with a leather jacket.
What would you get if it was not a private alpha? What's like the vision for that?
Yeah, so based on the success of your run, you're graded, right? And that gives you a series of rewards right now. When people play next week, they get to work towards their battle pass.
Okay.
So depending on how well you do in the run, you get a different battle pass reward. And yeah, the more you play too, the rewards get better.
Okay, so next week you guys are actually opening up like a public access.
Correct. Yes, Mike Raider.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's opening up on Monday.
Monday,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a couple days away, and we're pretty much all ready to go on our end. We have a totally new client, even a lot smoother and less buggy than the one you played today, Eli, which is great news for players.
Whoa! Shiv Tree Buddy, look at my
That
hand.
is, you might have to play another run.
I'm gonna max out equipment too.
Yeah. You got lucky in the gotcha today.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick, man. Yeah, people are gonna be playing, getting XP for their battle pass. They're gonna be getting treasure chests from that, and then the treasure chests open to reveal equipment. You're kind of doing the quick cheat flow at the moment.
So there's not gonna.
You're ripping treasure
be,
chests like nobody's business right now.
Using the client of Kaiju cards.
What just happened?
I don't know. I was gonna say you started the run, but I don't know if it's actually.
No, I pressed that item.
Oh no, I don't know.
No.
Maybe this will take you back to the run that was in progress. Now that we've emotionally had time
That'd
to
be crazy.
and get over it. Yeah.
Should I give
Or
it
we
a
can
sec?
just watch this forever.
Yeah.
I do love this loading sequence.
Thanks, me
You
too.
guys have that as like a sticker, a GIF in the Discord?
I think it's in the Discord, right? It would be criminal for it not to be.
Yeah, I'd be so salty. Wait, continuous guest.
Welcome to game dev. Bugs
Yeah, it's
galore.
great. Wow. Even the
I'm pressing this. My APMs are so high right now.
I like how the penguin's just like bouncing in the first like 2 frames of his idle sequence when you're rolling the kaiju.
Back and forth. Yeah.
Making him do a little dance.
Yeah, these APMs are off the charts. Yeah.
So clearly, getting a legendary is not an easy thing to do.
No, it is not. If you get one, you should feel like very good about it. I mean, even an epic, as you can see, is like pretty hard to get. We wanted the rarities to like actually feel like meaningful.
No, that's good. That's important.
Yeah, getting a legendary is not.
Come on.
Come
on. His flower on his head.
That was pretty nice. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the flower sack on the head.
Oh, this guy's cool.
Okay, Poseidon, nice.
This guy's sus looking.
Oh wow, what a contrast. Holy shit, that's a crazy one. Kodo Stomp. Man, look at that Tusk Eyes head combination. Wow.
He's tripping.
And Judd. Okay. Damn.
It's got eyeliner on.
Oh, but yeah, some of them have like little like mascara, yeah.
Alright, come on. We're only playing another one if I can roll 3 legendaries. Because
it's gonna be 3 in a row at the end. I believe in you.
Here we go.
Ooh, not a 1? Damn.
How many chests would I have had to buy for that?
Like 1 or 2. I don't know.
I don't know. I rolled a lot.
Yeah.
What do you get per chest?
They're called legendary for a reason, you know.
Yeah. The chests give you equipment, like the item chest or the character chest.
Character chest.
Character chests give you. Well, I mean, it depends. I think one just gives you like one guy, and we have a pack where you can buy 3, and then the other one, the bundle Costco. Kaiju deal gives you 12. And Mike, do you remember the price points for those? 2? Look at you. Are we doing another run? Damn.
He's going.
2?
So
Oh,
yeah, a mint. There's kind of 2 separate things. There's the mint, and that's for the kaiju, the characters, and you can buy those in like increments of 1 kaiju at a time, 3 kaiju at a time, or 12 at a time.
Is the mint already live?
No, the mint goes live at the same time that the game goes live. We wanted to make sure that, when people get the kaiju, they can immediately go into the game and start playing around with them.
I'm so ready for that mint.
Yeah, it's going to be hype. I'm so ready to play.
Yeah.
So when you get the mint, is the metadata going to show their stats, their native stats? Or like
every kaiju will have different stats. The metadata and the NFT, is that what you're asking about specifically?
Yeah, like if,
on
let's
the
say
market?
you're on OpenSea or Treasure Marketplace, will you see like the stats? Maybe on Treasure because you guys are like integrated more into that.
Yeah. I am 99% certain. The state that we're in right now is we're actually testing the final mainnet stuff with Kaiju and minting Kaiju. Okay. So we're still figuring out like 100% of everything that's going to be in the metadata and is possible by the time we launch. But if it's not in at the time we launch, 100% long term, like people need to go to the marketplace. They need to be able to see exactly what they're getting. Down the road, we'd hope to actually have like deck viewer or some type of like starter deck view capability directly on the marketplace as well. So you can just know like exactly, here are the stats, here's the rarity, here's like the decks, everything.
Okay.
I didn't even see you got a 3rd legendary. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a beefy team.
Yeah.
Just because we're already over time, so I want to be able to blast through it.
Yeah, go in on easy mode.
Yeah.
With the triple legendary.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think we already picked medium.
I think medium will be easy enough still to sufficiently blast your way through every kaiju without any thought or consideration for blocking.
Is there a way to filter by rarity?
I don't think so in this. But that would be a good thing to have.
So there's a question in the chat from Pancake that I'm going to answer really quick. The legendary bundle, it's that is an old name, just so you know that was a test version of the sale page, so that name is not correct for that bundle. That's just an easier way to get more kaiju. If people want to buy in bulk, they don't have to do 4 separate transactions of 3 full party or 12 separate transactions of a single kaiju. You can get 12 at once, so you're saving on time and gas by bundling that.
But it's the same price and value essentially.
It's the same price, but it's like kind of better UX, right?
Right. Have you guys already? If you do want to buy a crap load, have you guys already publicized the mint price per kaiju and for the pack? Let's hear it.
So if you want to mint 1 at a time, that is $25. That is pegged to a USD price, and there'll be multiple currencies you can pay with. If you want to buy Magic and
naturally.
ETH. Yep. And we're looking at USDC and ARB, but those are TBD because they have to do with, Oracle and price routing and price checking and all that good stuff. So it's 1 for 25, and then you get a big discount stepping up to a party of 3. That's $60. So that's
like that
$15 off. And, we really want people to play with a party, right? Like get a whole party, play with a party. That's really the way the game is intended to be played. And then if you want to buy 12, it's $240, which is just the same price as 3, but just better UX in terms of purchasing.
So question.
Yeah.
Let's say I only buy one kaiju. How do I populate the rest of the team? Do you need the cards, or is there like free common versions?
Yeah, there's free to play characters. You can play with 1 kaiju, with 2 kaiju. You can play totally free to play even. The only thing is to unlock the battle pass, which is the only way to get rewards right now. You do need at minimum a party of 3.
Okay. But the battle pass comes before the mint, right?
The battle pass will also be going live at the time of the mint and that the game goes live.
Okay. That's next week, the mint too?
Yeah, the mint and the game and like all of the features will go live at exactly the same time on Monday.
Oh God, why did we do this stream before it?
Well, we've been long delayed. Like we
That's fair.
We were supposed to launch like 4 weeks ago, basically.
We'll need a follow-up stream then.
Dude, the new client is very crispy. Like a lot of the kind of way that you're playing cards and any clunkiness you experience with that, as well as like the speed of the reaction of the screen and the clarity of like game design
and their relationship to each other has actually changed too. We can fit more characters on the screen now, like a little smaller. We did that because we're gonna have a mode that has like up to 6 enemies instead of 3 at some point.
Okay, cool. With the battle pass, how about just talk about what's in the battle pass instead of me asking a bunch of random questions about it?
Yeah, man.
What are
sure.
people gonna get? What can they get from?
I'm cool with the random questions too. Yeah,
they'll come up. They'll come up anyway.
So the battle pass is mainly treasure chests, and those are full of equipment, but the treasure chests have different rarity, and what the rarity of the treasure chest is it guarantees a floor of the item you're going to get. So if you have a rare treasure chest, which is like later on the battle pass, you'll get a minimum rare item out of that treasure chest, right?
Oh, cool.
So you're ascending in rarity, getting better and better equipment as you go on the battle pass. And then there's also what we're calling vouchers in the battle pass.
Mm-hmm.
And what those do is they guarantee a minimum rarity of kaiju when you mint a kaiju. So if you make it to a certain point in the battle pass, you can actually get like a legendary voucher and guarantee a legendary mint.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. You have to make it pretty far in the battle pass to get that. So
paint me a picture of how deep you can get into the battle pass to get that.
How
hours we talking here?
In terms of hours, it kind of depends on like the mode you're playing, right? And like the kaiju that you're going in with. But like let's say that like an average of like 2 or 3 runs equals like a level in the battle pass, depending how well you perform.
Okay.
And there's 50 levels to the battle pass, right?
Oh, snaps.
So it's not like an easy thing to get to the end of the battle pass. It's very much like progression. Like that's how we modeled out the progression of this release of the game.
Well, I like that you guys did go far enough in that like there are high levels that only a few chads can unemployed chads can have the time.
Yeah, we were at Kaiju Cards pride ourselves as a brand for unemployed chads by unemployed chads. So we wanted to make sure.
By the way, this card, if my deck is optimized for it, seems so busted.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Thanks for recognizing that right away. I was going to say, take that card, it's busted, and you reached the same conclusion on your own. I think it's going to be reworked to be slightly different, but I kind of like it in its busted state. I think it's going to be that way for the launch. So.
Hey, I'll say it on stream. If you guys ever need someone to give feedback on card balance, that used to be a thing I did.
We need that. What game did you do that for?
Hearthstone.
Oh, cool. That makes sense. Hence you having talked about night cards earlier, knowing a lot of WoW trivia. Yeah, that'd be sick. we could definitely use feedback.
Let's see here.
Yeah, we constantly have like changes and updates we're doing.
I think, yeah, I mean, like to speak like frankly for a second too, I feel like we've just been in this state of like trying to get the game like debugged and playable, right? And then just like trying to make everything work and like getting them in to like go smooth or whatever. And then like in the future, I really want to start like focusing on like balance a bit more too, like the actual like mechanics and refining that, right? Now that like the foundation is established, I think it took us like a little while to figure out like, okay, like exactly like what kind of game is this and like, how things work. And I'm excited to like share the new stuff that we're doing currently too. I think it's gonna have a lot. So
I think like when it comes to TCGs, the
yeah,
amount of testing you do is just kind of you eventually need a lot of players to test stuff and
yeah,
break things that you just wouldn't try when you're naturally playing. So opening up the battle pass is a great way to get a lot of user feedback.
yeah, exactly.
And there's incentives to it, so that's great.
Yeah, we very much like that's kind of the beauty of building in Web3, right? Is like you do get this really dedicated community early on who's down to play and help you, and like the understanding is that it's an early stage product, so it's kind of like a play testing cohort.
I mean,
it's
hey, your
really cool.
guys' private alpha already has more of a play loop than most like open betas.
That's affirming to hear. Thank God. Okay, cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we've put a lot of time, and you know, I think you'll be even more happy about the upcoming client. There's a lot of extra little things that'll greatly increase like the depth at which you can play.
All right. Well, if you guys want to send me that that new client after this, that I can play it.
Get the early alpha.
Thing that's in the new client that's not in here is it tells you what the items do, like the souvenirs do when you hover over.
So which one am I taking here?
Infestation of Clowns is the funniest one. You should take that. So everybody, yeah. So everyone gets unguarded on your team, but all enemies get vulnerable too. So it's gonna be like a mega, like you're gonna one-shot Mimic probably.
Oh my god.
Maybe yeah. Pinata Strike. Draw a card. Wait, take 75 off that. Wombo combo. 50. I guess one thing that yeah, I mean you could do that too. That's fine. I think yeah, as long as your block is like super good, you're fine. You can block that. Cool. Easy.
Get wrecked. Basically rugging this guy.
So easy. Yeah. Yeah.
Adios.
Sorry, Mimic.
Not today.
It's the fastest Mimic.
Deal defeat damage to a target.
Yeah, we're doing a speed
target
run.
And self. Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that would be cool once the your open version of the game is like fleshed out, and you know a lot of users have been playing for a bit and refining their strategies. We should have like us. I feel like you could do your tournaments in different ways. You could have speed runs, or you could have like, I guess, just who gets the highest score on like hard or something.
Yeah. We definitely want to encourage a lot of like leaderboard mechanics. I mean, there's going to be a leaderboard at launch too, but I want to have like even more and like different kinds. We've talked about doing things like common only leaderboard, stuff like that. Just like, I mean, it's like having like it's a weird term in 2023, but like the twinks and like WoW, when you just have like a level.
I still use that term, dude. Yeah. Basically a Smurf.
Yeah. And then you just have like one character that's stuck at that level to do like that mode with. Yeah, I think like encouraging people to use like all their characters, like if you have a bunch of commons or whatever, it's like cool too.
Yeah, I like the idea of having like a hard mode, so to say, where you can only use commons, but that's its own leaderboard.
Right. Yeah.
You can. There's no reason you can't have multiple leaderboard categories.
I mean, yeah, and also just for people who don't want to spend as much to have like a leaderboard that they feel they can work towards. You know.
Yeah, it's like giving a competitive scene to your free-to players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We don't see that ever.
Behind it. Yep. So yeah, I think like having a bunch would be cool.
Like
we're trying to like make new game modes too, where you like use these like characters in the card system still, but the parameters of like win conditions are like changed.
God. Look at this hand. This deck is sick. I like this deck way more.
Than the
That's
other one. Yeah, just all
broken.
tech,
Yeah.
right?
I wonder why you like it more.
So was it based on the rarity of these guys? Or
No, I think it's just the cards you happen to draft, honestly.
okay.
These are
Okay.
all cards that you had access to. I mean, you don't have a wizard, so there's no wizard cards, but besides that, like, it's the same card pool. I think you just got different drafts and probably get some RNG, like, more for, like, early card packs.
Well, I don't call it a draft if I didn't get to pick the cards.
Well, I mean, you still chose, like, one of the 3, and, like, you chose the pack and stuff, but, yeah.
Oh, you mean like the stuff as we've been going?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, just the ones you happen to choose, yeah. I forget, like, what you got last time, but...
It,
Or
yeah.
what options you had to choose.
So I guess how's it gonna work in the when the battle passes out? Like, how does your deck start, basically?
Yeah, so you just start with like the full card pool for everybody, and then we're gonna introduce more cards as characters like level up. But
And then you can build your deck before you get into the dungeon.
Eventually we
Okay.
want to have like more deck customization. Currently, it's just the cards you draft along the way. It's like all you have access to
For each run.
Yeah, for each run. Yeah.
It resets, obviously.
Yeah, and then like I think like as we have more cards in the game, we're gonna let people like do some customization. But right now, I just don't think there's enough cards to like justify cutting part of the pool to like artificially let people choose. So, yeah, again, I think there's like 75 cards or something, and there's like 20 something per like class. Yeah, you can probably safely do this one at this point. Is it not? Maybe not on this client. Yeah, I guess that one's broken on here, damn.
No worries. Let's give it to him.
I think, yeah. So you're kind of asking about like how progression affects cards and like what do you start with versus what do you get over time?
Yeah, like let's say
Yeah.
I mint my 3 kaijus and I've done like 10 dungeon runs successfully. Is there something to show that like I can put better cards in my deck to start the round or something like that? Or
So not at this time. The only vertical for progression will be the battle pass, and you'll get stronger via the equipment. But once we introduce actual character leveling, there's a lot of stuff like that I know Tyler has planned, like being able to change your starting deck and have more control over what you even go into a run with, or like unlocking new card options as you reach like benchmark levels, right? Like get to level 10, unlock this new class card. That's all planned. It's just it's a little early.
I'm hesitant to say
put that in.
too much before we decide, but there will be like systems on being able to customize your like card pool, and what way that manifests is like still up in the air. I know one we talked about early on that I'm not sure is going to be in or not is like you could like stop class spec basically. Like there might be a way for a knight to choose to become like a barbarian or like a shield bearer or something, where like they get more block cards or more attack cards, and those attack and block cards are different. But if not that system, like there will probably be something that accomplishes a similar goal, where you can just choose to like have certain cards in there and certain cards not, as the pool gets bigger. But I really want to have like enough cards for people to like choose from to have that like be meaningful and interesting. And I think we need to play test like with the cards we currently have here too, and see how that experience goes for people before deciding like A, what cards to add, and then B, like what's working, what's not here, and like what makes most sense like long term for players that have access to like choose in their deck.
right, yeah, because I mean when you have the RPG element, it's nice to have some kind of like way to showcase your progression.
Yeah, I mean we talked about stuff, even like if you have a certain item, you get access to a card as long as like a character you control is equipped with that item, right? Like stuff like that, to having the cards be like sometimes modular. So yeah, there's a lot of like options being considered. I think it's a little too early. It's something I really want to see into though.
It's really
What about,
cool. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eli.
I was just gonna say, what about PvP?
I don't think so. I think like Just like Slave Aspire or whatever. I think like PvP for this like game mode is going to be tough because it would just require massive reconfiguration. How I would like to see PvP manifest, and I think this like will be something that comes up like in the pretty near future. Is having like more aggressive like leaderboard incentives and more leaderboards and like having leaderboard metrics that make more sense. I think that's like the best use of PvP within this framework of the game. But we've talked a lot about having the Kaiju exist in other game modes, or rather, they like will eventually exist in other game modes too. And I think one of those could be PvP, but I don't think it'll look like this like 3v3 like deck builder system. I think we'll have to change like some stuff about the game structurally. I mean, it might just like go away from being more card based and just become like an RPG or like. We talked about doing like even like a like Final Fantasy Tactics style game or something at some point too.
Nice. One of my favorite games growing up.
Yeah, same. It's a good one. So like I mean like that could be the PvP, you know. Like I think there will be something, but like I don't think it would look like this.
I will say tactics style games are very hard to balance if there's
Yeah.
PvP.
Yeah,
There we
Tyler
go.
is a Warhammer 40k competitor. So
Oh, I did not
he's
know that.
definitely,
Yeah, there's a lot of
definitely very familiar.
There's a chainsaw sword trophy. There's like a bunch of shit like behind me. It's from Warhammer stuff. Yeah, I like position based tactics games a lot though. Like turn based strategy. It's like definitely my favorite kind of game. So we made it to Jurgen without me even really noticing.
Did
so
that not
maybe
do
that-
anything?
No,
I think
it's patient ambush. So it'll do something.
Oh, it was patient ambush. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So
I was
Jurgen's
only
deal, he deals
half
less
paying
damage to
attention.
you the more you attack him. Which is going to be very easy. Yeah, now he's only dealing like 4 because of, he's gone. All right, cool.
Is
that was a
perfect
speed run.
Yeah.
Perfect
You're
run.
perfect.
No one took damage.
Yeah.
How many points? What's a good score?
This is a good score.
over 300 is like a pretty good score. So
Yeah,
you're 50% over a really good score.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have planned for it yet, but something that could be cool would be like when people get a score, it comes with a grade based on like your tested averages and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we do have a. Is that being implemented on launch, Mike? I know there is like a grade system for the battle.
Can you repeat the question? I couldn't catch it.
Basically, like whatever points you get at the end of the run, if there's a grade that you can get that kind of lets
Oh,
you know how
yeah.
well you
Yep.
actually did relative.
Yeah.
Yep. So we have a graded score system. I believe that's going to be in for Monday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's my
we do
question.
have like a big old burn down list of stuff that like some stuff is going to be added in live ops after the initial launch in batches. So it'll be in there if not at launch really soon after.
Okay, so clearly the best metric you can game here is how much health you survive with.
Correct. And I think it's supposed to be health percentage based, not just raw number. Like otherwise, like just taking a lot of tanks is what you're incentivized to do.
Right.
Yeah, having a lot of health, and then like the enemies you defeat, like combat score is just like enemies you defeat. And
Right,
you
if
get
you
more
take a
points
harder
for harder
path.
Enemies. Yeah. So if you take the harder path, that's one way.
Then you'll lose more health, maybe,
Right.
depending.
And then we'll have different like maps and stuff over time too.
But then we got number go up, so that's just big hits.
Yeah. I think a lot of these are different though or they're supposed to be different at least for like the version of the game that's going to go live. We reduced some of them because we felt like some of the mechanics in there like encourage like kind of counterintuitive things to do. Like there was one famously like when we did pre-alpha a while ago where like there's a shield dash card that just damaged like equal to the amount of block you have, and players were just like trying to get like 999 block.
Right.
All that to an enemy, and then there was a bonus point for like how much you overkilled someone. So that was like the easiest way to farm points is by like dealing way more of the target's health to them and destroying them and getting bonus points. So like we're trying to be really cognizant of stuff like that. It's like anything that rewards like counterintuitive gameplay is like to be avoided, obviously.
So is this accurate? This all time?
No. I think this was like reset at some point.
Okay.
I don't even know who Big JSA is. Mike, do you
They
know?
don't even have a team.
I don't know.
It has
Is that
not
big?
been.
It's probably a big.
That must be a placeholder.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think-
probably a dev test.
It might be. Yeah, it's probably Big Bilbo, just based on big, but I'm unsure.
Oh, who are these nerds who didn't complete the run?
It should come back for one. Yeah.
I don't know. We
Yeah.
have this is kind of like a partner test build, and since it's guest usernames, people just kind of enter whatever. Eli,
yeah.
I want to say like a lot of the questions you asked about progression and the things you're wondering are like stuff that we have been talking about or designing for like the last couple weeks, especially as we get heavy into like what comes after this and how progression goes. And it was just really cool to hear you like think about it deeply and ask the same questions that we're asking internally. Like that was sick, man. You definitely have like a deep understanding of the game and where it can go. It's a pleasure.
All those years of TCGs and turn-based games.
Yeah.
No,
That's
mean,
awesome.
Yeah, honestly, it feels nice just to see someone play the game who's like familiar with like the cultural references that this is like drawing from, right? Because that's like who we want it to. I mean, it should be for anyone who wants to play it, but like we like it when people like that who like play a lot of games and like have experience with this stuff can like
So one thing I was talking about on a Spaces recently that was like a round table kind of thing. I think it was with Helicon, like game data analytics and gaming and data fraud and stuff like that. But we got into the conversation of playtesting, and I used to playtest for WoW like back in the early days, and one thing I found very valuable was having not just people who know what they're doing and how to provide good playtest feedback, but also people who have no idea what they're doing.
Right. Yeah.
Don't even know the game genre, and they just will do things that you'll never think of, and that'll help from I think a bug standpoint.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a good point too.
Probably not from a balance standpoint.
Sure, but yeah, I think it's like
yeah, like there was one time I think when I was in like high school we were doing I think early access Wrath of the Lich King testing.
Oh, nice.
And we found a way to get like under Dalaran, but inside of the city, like pixels in the terrain below the floor.
Yeah,
and it was because we were doing like some really dumb stuff with a friend's girlfriend who doesn't actually play.
Right, she was just like fucking around.
Yeah, just following her around, and then we just found this weird bug. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great anecdotal evidence.
All right, let's hear. We got the battle pass.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of chess, and the voucher.
Oh, I'm curious. How did you guys like get started? Like, did you guys do like a public raise? Like, what's the, I guess, public details on that?
Yeah, Mike, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been around for about 2 years at this point. We actually just had our 2-year anniversary. We weren't loud about it because we were supposed to launch around that time, and we kept getting delayed. And didn't want to keep teasing people with announcements. Yep, dude, welcome to Game Dev. But we were actually one of the first 10. I believe we were the 6th project to mint on Solana when Solana was first getting like the NFT craze back.
So you guys must have had a lot of hype.
It was crazy. So we sold out in like under 20 seconds. And at the time there was no, like, I don't know if you're familiar with Solana tooling, but like there's a thing called Candy Machine, which is kind of the standard at the time, shortly after we minted for minting NFTs. There was no tooling when we minted. So we were literally just taking Sol into a wallet that we owned and then using a script to send people their Kaiju. So we had no way of like preventing getting oversubbed or like anything. We had no control. So we took in seriously, like we took in a lot. Like, I don't want to say the exact numbers, but we were like many X oversubbed, like 5 to 10X oversubbed. Yeah. We had to take down the front page of the website and people were still pinging the contract. So it was insane.
Tyler's eye both shows the pain and the relief of not being
dude, it was gnarly. Like it was so fun, but it was so gnarly. So we ended up refunding everyone who didn't get in the initial mint, And then I stayed up for days, like just checking support tickets to see if we need to like refund anyone, basically, if our script failed. It was just like, it was insanity. But we did really well from that sale. And since then, we've shipped like 5 different products. Like we had an idle on-chain game on Solana that we built. We had like a loot box mini game, and then this is like the 4th or 5th version of the game that you're playing now. It was originally even like an RPG without cards. So we've just been shipping like crazy ever since 2 years ago, basically. And
so is this like the only product now that's in focus, or are there
Yep.
still other things in? Okay, cool.
Dude, so we found that like managing, like we had this ambition to build out like a lot of our infrastructure on Solana and like set the groundwork for multiple products to work together. And like we're not a huge team, you know, like at our biggest we've had like 12 people on the team. We have a lot of
full-time employees and stuff.
Yeah, full-time. Everyone's like incredible. Like Tyler and I were co-founders. We've been full-time since, you know, for even more than 2 years, even before our initial mint.
We were working full-time too.
Yeah. But just managing multiple products, like really the bottleneck there is like customer support and like updating the products and like managing like the entire flow. So we've really taken all the features we want and putting them directly into the game. And we're just going to build everything out from inside the game. And then once we've reached like a good point of completion, then we'll start branching out into other games, other products, other projects, probably still under the Kaiju Cards IP banner for a little while. But it's been a wild ride, man. It's the Wild West out here, building in Web3.
Sure is.
It definitely can be. I've done a bit of advisory for games in the past and still love doing that. And one advice I give any teams that haven't experienced a project in Web3 yet is definitely don't let like the community dictate the pace of your roadmap, and definitely be very modest with your roadmap, not aggressive in terms of like dates, because things always get pushed back no matter how like planned you are. Like a blockchain event of some company going down could affect your roadmap. It's just random like variables that you can't plan for.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man. Like it's crazy building in Web3. You got to dodge a lot and you got to be prepared for a lot, and metas change. You know, I have a little bit of an advantage, like being in crypto as a user since 2013 and working professionally since 2019. But yeah, it's like building a game, which is like one of the slowest dev cycles you can possibly have in software development. Yeah. And then Web3, which is like the fastest moving consumer culture that exists. It's crazy.
Yeah. Also great treasury management is key, no matter what you're building or how fast you want to go. I think that plays a huge role, because then you can, just sustain, building the game that you actually want to build, and not have to, because like the faster you want to build it, the more you have to just drain through your funds, like get more devs and like put more hours in. But sometimes that's just not the way.
Yeah, I have been really anal about treasury management in particular. So we took all our mint funds in Sol, and this was like bull run. Sol was going up a lot. Like we did 2 mints,
never going
apart.
Down.
Yeah, totally. And I remember there being kind of some contention in the company about like keeping a part of our treasury in Sol just to like see if it goes up more. And people were like, keep 20%, keep 15%. But I just sold 100% of everything into USDC and just like locked in the treasury, locked in the like the roadmap, the dev cycle. There's just too much risk.
Unless there's reasons that investor reasons or other extenuating circumstances that you can't move your treasury into stable or even into fiat, dare I say, on a live stream. But I think it's just good to just always diversify the treasury, no matter what that looks like, and even if it's cash under the pillow.
Dude, it's really hard because
It
like as a crypto company, you want to keep your treasury on chain and you want to keep that value
course.
on chain as much as possible. And like, yeah, you do need to pay people's paychecks and like make sure they're living. But yeah, I didn't even move anything into fiat until the USDC kind of like not a crisis, right? But the calling into question of USDC around the time of the Silicon Valley Bank stuff, like we
Right.
were fully on chain treasury.
Yeah,
until then.
which is another good point around diversifying that I've experienced is not just putting it all in one stable and having multiple stables, like
Yeah.
reputable stables to use it. But
It's a
so
game. It's its
I-
own game.
I've seen some treasuries, and usually it's like DAO treasuries actually like put it into certain like NFT assets, and I don't think that has gone well for those situations. But if it's DAO treasury, then it's more like, this is what everyone decided, so it is what it is. But actually, that brings up a good question. Do you guys have any governance mechanisms within the game or plans for that through the community, or is that further down, or not at all?
So we have.
It's not a trick question. There's no
Totally. No. It's a great question because it's something that's really unique in Web3 that you can do. And ideally that is one of the reasons why people are here and like one of their perks, right? So we have so many product schematics and so many economic flows like written up that we've been doing at every stage of the project and every stage of the game. And here is the like understanding and the opinion that I've come to. Like, it's really good to build that stuff in and think about it, but because game dev is so emergent, like you're going to discover things that you had no idea about along the way. Like building in a complex economic system into a game that's being built real time is really, really difficult. So I'd like to reach a point in the game where it's like at least all the verticals are in, right? We have progression of characters. We understand how the math of that is working out long term, how it feels to users. Like all of those things ideally are in the game before we start letting people govern the game. Like we have to build something worth governing and worth decentralizing, in my opinion, right? So it's more of a slow road, but I do see like, I don't know. We have so many plans for it and I don't really want to go into them because they're subject to change. And I've talked about a lot of this like with our community and then it's changed and that's been painful for everyone involved and it's no one's fault. So I think you're muted, Eli.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, one thing that we've seen, at least at the Arbitrum Foundation, is there's just not enough governance tooling that's I guess effective. So in phase 2 of our grants, we kind of hinted at the fact that we want to, look for tooling, but also governance and DAO tooling specifically. So hopefully we see something in that phase of our grants. See people who like maybe make stuff that are very game friendly, like for governance, where you can like using the NFTs is very seamless and maybe even visual in a way, because like a game like this, it would make sense if each kaiju and their rarity can represent like certain level of voting power, like if you went down that road or something.
Totally. Yeah, it'd be awesome to have, well, I mean, one, good tooling, because building that from the ground up is its own product that if we have to build, it's like, that's just as complex as a game. Well, I mean, not quite, but like it's in a different way. It's complex, right? And it takes a lot of time. So yeah, I mean, ideally down the road, like, we had a whole plan for like a guild system within the game too, and like getting in like social interaction and like resources in the game that are used for crafting and used for progression verticals, and they're managed by different guilds and there's governance involved and all that. Again, we have written up the entire like flow for what this product would be and how it would interact with the game, but then the game just changes like every 6 months. We do play testing, we learn more, we find ways to make it more fun. So
yeah, it's
but
always
I'm on
worth,
board, dude.
it's always worth having just like those impromptu team meetings where it's like everyone come here with 3 ideas that we've never discussed and may not even be possible, and then see what happens. Like,
Yeah,
it's always a
I
fun thing
mean,
to do.
the game initially wasn't even supposed to be this like roguelike structure. It was like much more simple, and like cards were barely a factor. And the cards were just like how you got characters. So like just even like this system was like something that was added kind of late. Yeah, we've had some like major restructuring. I think it is getting to the point, like at least like as a game, where we're like finding our footing, and I think like the rest moving forward is like pretty clear right now. So I'm hoping just like as we keep building stuff and like feeling a little more comfortable and confident with what's there so far, it'll like settle in and make a lot more sense.
I think after the game loop I experienced today, it's clear that there is a direction that it's going.
Right. Yeah, and like you did, like just asking the questions you did, it like I think it forecasts like other things that will be implemented in the future, and it is nice that you ask questions we've also been asking.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, we don't on these live streams when I do these playthroughs, we don't prepare any questions ahead of time other than who are you and what is your game.
Some of us don't even know what time we're starting at.
Yeah, like Tyler. I do find it
asking the time zone. Yeah.
I do find it more helpful if I go into these blind and like just anything that comes up. But it's a little different than an AMA where you prepare all the questions and then maybe have some wiggle room. But to be fair, though, if you are a game that wants to do one of these playthroughs and there's legal reasons why you need to prepare all the questions, that's fine too. I can work around that, but I'm still gonna throw you some curveballs.
Yeah,
I love it. No, these are some of the like best kind of future casting / like product and game understanding questions that we've had in a long time.
Get some alpha for the community here.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's because you have the game understanding and you have the Web3 kind of business understanding, and so yeah, this is like an insanely holistic, just like interview, and I don't know, the questions are great.
You know, it was I think you were there, Mike. That round table that Bear Snake and Board Elon did.
Yeah, I was there with you.
There was so many good conversations in that space. I need to find that recording because that was full of great ideas from people.
Bear Snake and Board are both just like very large-brained game entertainment and Web3 like experts, and that together just makes for such a good combo.
Well, Bear Snake has a really strong BD like background in Web 2 as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm a big fan of the Forgotten Runes team. I know, there's some undoxed things that I think I shouldn't go into, but our team went to school with some of their team.
Oh, nice.
Back in the day. So.
I'll tell everyone. I'll read the school address if they would.
yeah.
You guys all West Coasters.
It's up to them. Yeah. Sorry, what was it?
Yeah, we're all LA kind of like animation, entertainment, / gaming people for the most part. I'm actually the least gaming person. I think.
I don't know if that's still true. I think you have. I don't know. You have game background.
I've had to learn a lot.
Mike, is it animation?
I'm music. So I was in the music industry in LA starting at like age 14.
Okay.
And I had songs on like K-Rock when I was like 16, 17, songs on MTV.
So did you design the game music?
Oh, I don't do game design. No, I help with like product design.
The game music.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ask about the music?
Yeah, in this game, did you?
Oh no, that's Tyler. No, Tyler's also musician. Like Tyler is like the Renaissance man on the team. Like I just feel like Tyler nails the kind of like the vibes and like knows the, because Tyler and Big Bilbo, who's in the chat, are like the two kind of creative forces. They created all the original characters, like did a lot of the world, so just kind of nails the feeling more. But I'm not against
cards, which is like the most recent thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, you.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah.
I'm not against doing some music one day. I'm mainly on the biz dev, partnerships, team kind of management, and then Web3 business / Web3 product side specifically in the company. And these days, the team is so goated that they like often don't even need me around, and I just get to watch them create awesome things. You know, yeah.
A cool community event that you could do once you have a very strong like daily active users and stuff like that is having like a song contest where you get anyone in your community who's into music to generate like a song for one of your dungeons, and the winner like gets a feature or something.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I think doing like more user generated art would be like really, really cool.
I have a Korg SV2 downstairs, but it's a pretty good one for making your own tones and stuff.
Yeah, nice. Do you have a music background at all? Or?
Yeah, I played live and toured and stuff for like 10 years. I only stopped after COVID, but
wow.
My biggest achievement was getting on a Marvel show. One of my songs was on a show called Runaways. It was like a Hulu show.
Oh, damn. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a great achievement. I was like, Mom, look.
Totally.
What kind of music did you tour with?
So I wrote and sang and played like ukulele, guitar, and keyboard, and it was we called it lullaby folk.
Oh, damn. Not what I was expecting. Nice.
It's kind of like ambient folk rock. Like it could get pretty high energy, but kind of like think of explosions in the sky, but if there was lyrics.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
More acoustic stuff involved. Yeah. So it was very fun.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Definitely miss it.
I can get into that. Definitely kind of the ambient, softer vibes is what I trended towards as time went on.
There was a point where like as a side hustle I was playing music for like live yoga classes and just
love it.
Playing instrumental ambient stuff. That was fun.
Totally. No, so I lived in Portland, Oregon for quite some time, and I really wanted to do that at some point, but it
sounds like something they would have in Portland.
Yeah, no, it's a good fit for there, and there were musicians doing that, and I always liked it. Adds a little more than just like the whatever sound bath.
Actually, to give you the full weirdness of it, and I'm from Halifax. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's like a city on the East Coast, Canada. It's kind of like a mini Portland, I guess, but from what I've heard of people who have been to both, but it was not just yoga classes, it was yoga massage. So it's like they're doing yoga and getting massaged at the same time.
That sounds heavenly. Jeez. Sign me up for that. I need to relax a bit.
This is fun. I like personal life music choir. This is nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I still do it, but I haven't released any of my solo stuff yet, so stay tuned. Self-plug.
Hit us up, man.
Yeah. I want to stay tuned. Are you having a music contest? You can be the only person who enters, and we win.
I'll be the only one.
Different pseudonyms.
I try not to get involved in the ecosystem contests that are on Arbitrum, just because I know I'll game some of them. So I keep it neutral.
Yeah.
But one thing that would be fun is doing like a music gaming DAO. I've always thought of, if I wasn't doing this, I feel like that's something I'd put a lot of energy into. Is I don't know if you guys have come across many gaming DAOs or music DAOs or anything of the both.
I haven't. I came across like some music kind of NFT platforms. I feel like that. So these tabs are all just unfinished. This is a old client, so you can definitely show them, but just for viewers, like
these are changing names.
This is a client from like a month ago.
This gets me excited when I see this. I'm like,
it will look very similar to this, but
All right, let's go back. All right.
The music NFT thing's interesting. I struggle with like for art, it kind of makes sense, and for game assets, it makes sense because there's like a kind of collector scarcity thing happening. And you could argue that like Discogs is similar for music like that, like rare tape. Like I have some tapes that I bought or like LPs that I bought that are really rare, but I haven't really seen like a super convincing model for music NFTs or like music Web3 stuff yet, maybe beyond just like provenance of royalties.
Yeah.
what
But
I
like,
think might,
I'm really interested.
It's a really cool idea, but I don't know anything either.
yeah, I think like a couple models that could work is just like an independent label, like just having a small DAO that is just like the producers and the musicians involved, and then just find ways to leverage Web3 using that, as well as just a collective, like a music collective of shared brain trust of artists and stuff.
Totally. Are you? So there's a record label out of Los Angeles called Leaving Records. Are you familiar with Leaving Records?
I don't think so.
I'm not even.
They came out of like the Los Angeles beat scene, like the Flying Lotus spearheaded like Low End Theory scene. But Leaving has done some Web3 stuff before. I haven't checked in on the extent of it, but I don't know. You might dig them. Like it's a lot of kind of like ambient mixed with like beat experimentalism mixed with some like acoustic artists, but a lot of like analog synth, kind of new age ambient mashups. I don't know. It's
Okay.
I'm gonna check in on them.
If you find their Web3 stuff, shoot me a message.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll do that after this.
All right, let's hear it. Let's rein this back into the game, though. We got
yeah.
we got super music heady for a sec.
I just
So
want to get music down now. Yeah. But,
we're on the,
I
we're on
love
the
it.
battle pass.
I love it.
So is this accurate to what the battle pass is going to look like?
I believe so.
Yeah, this should be
Yeah.
like 99%.
More or
100% there.
less. Yeah.
So treasure chests are for the items,
Yep. Yeah.
And
And then
then-
the color indicates the rarity, obviously.
and then voucher is for what?
For a
Uh,
kaiju.
Yeah.
So it's like a guaranteed floor rarity, depending on the rarity of the voucher.
So let's say I get this level 8 voucher. That means I still have to buy a mint, but use the voucher to get the rare. Or do I
Correct.
just
You get a
free?
guarantee. Yeah, it's a purchase, but you do get a guaranteed rare.
Okay. And so does that mean the mint is open-ended?
Yeah. So the mint will last for like. Here's the plan right now. The Pioneer event's going to run for 3 weeks, and
Mhm.
the mint is also going to be open for that entire 3 weeks, as well as the battle pass. And then
So is the supply of the is there still a supply of the kaijus?
no, there's no supply. So the way that our collections work is we have Genesis Kaiju. Those are limited in supply. There's only 5,500 of them, and those were minted on Solana. And those actually get you a free mint of equal rarity of this new collection, Pioneer Kaiju. But the Pioneer are kind of the more like anyone who wants one should be able to get one. It's an open mint. There's no supply cap. Like they're game assets, right? And they're for people to play with. And there is that struggle in Web3 versus gaming of like, how do you balance the scarcity versus like the accessibility of the assets for everyone who wants to play? So Pioneer will still be pretty rare in the scheme of things, like 1 to 2 years down the road. Like as we get more users, as we mint more collections, probably price goes down over time of these new collections for purchase, and supply goes up. But it's only supply will only be capped by time. Just when the mint ends, that's all the Pioneer Kaiju that will ever exist.
Well, hey, this is going to be a hot take, but I think in terms of gaming in Web3, the economics of NFT and asset price management is overrated. And I think just having a low mint cost kind of solves a lot of that problem, so that people aren't like, why is my asset worth like 10 times less? Well, if it was $20, it doesn't really matter. Like, are you using it in the game? You're getting your value out of it.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think that, I mean, we're going to learn a lot about this over time as we go, but I definitely tend to think that like the way gaming assets work is so much different than like an asset that doesn't have quote unquote utility, right? Like, or the utility is rather more social, like it's a PFP.
Yeah, like just a JPEG.
Yeah, exactly. And no hate. Like I understand like PFP and NFT culture.
It's worked in
just
some
different.
cases. And I think it's still too early to really say if it fully flopped or not. I mean, we've seen some crazy drastic stuff, but that's market based, like cycle based. So I'm curious, in 5 years, if the projects that were purely community and PFP and brand driven still hold their value. We don't know yet, in my opinion, but
that's an incredibly hard question because
sure.
communities consolidate around the value created. That's the current psychology of Web3, and like, so if that value is not present, then communities bleed, right?
And I guess what I mean by overrated for gaming is that I wouldn't sacrifice the integrity of the assets, like usefulness within the game, over the making the asset be worth more for people who just want to speculate on it. I would value the game mechanics over that.
That's a hard balance too. Yeah, I think that, the way that we think about it is like there will always be collectors probably, and then there will be players too.
True.
And like we have tried to understand what the distinction will be between like a collector who wants like the flex potential and the big collection versus like a player who maybe just only cares about the asset. Yeah.
Yo, that's so sick.
That's bragging rights. Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of like a Patreon at this point. Like, that's cool.
Yep.
That's
cool.
I'm
glad you dig it. We put it in there thinking people would.
What do you think? Like how, like if I take a sabbatical at Arbitrum, maybe I can like pull this off. Like how much time do I need to use all my vacation days for this? Like what's
how many vacation days
for the bragging rights? I would say if you're trying to min-max it, then play the first couple days and see how far you get on the battle pass, and then you'll know if the sabbatical
and then I'll be like, it's not happening. Vacation days. So since we're like an international foundation, it's based on the country you live in. For me, it's like I think it's between like 12 and 15 off the top of my head.
Well, maybe
not counting weekends. Counting weekends.
If you roll and hit the triple legendary early on, maybe then you call it your employer.
Do you think anyone will actually hit level 50?
No idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's hard to gauge.
I actually have genuinely no idea. I have to assess what the battle pass has on it.
It's designed so that you can finish. Like we're not making it unattainable.
Yeah.
The tricky part of the design has been modeling like different party compositions, right?
Right.
Like, but if you go and you get up to the point of like getting a legendary kaiju and then you mint that, that's also going to speed up your battle pass progression, right? So we have modeled extensively, and we do anticipate that people are going to finish all the way to level 50. But the percentage that we found in our modeling that made it there was like not super high, right?
So I guess like what my question here in terms of timeline, did you guys do any like testing of the battle pass? Like were any of you able to, like, did you try to get through the battle pass yourself as if it were running semi accurately, or it's been hard to do that because of updates?
What we did do is we built an entire modeling system for runs, and then we inserted different grades of runs at different difficulties.
Kind of like simulating.
We simulated the entire battle pass.
That's a lot smarter than what I said.
Yeah, it just takes less time, and then like we're really open to modifying things in production. Like that's not an issue. If we notice something's broken or whatever, like we're gonna have to do that as part of game balance and battle pass balance, anyways. But we modeled the crap out of it. We have a couple of different Excel spreadsheets we used.
Also the jewels, what's that?
Jewels are a soft currency in the game. There will be a jewels shop that allows you to buy stuff. But that is very much a in the future thing. So we're just kind of loading you up with assets that will have value for you as a player later. And to be clear, jewels are soft. They're non-transferable. Like they're not a Web3 currency. You're just accruing kind of like, like you would in a mobile game, soft currency.
Okay, cool. So like what are some stuff that you can do right away with jewels if I hit level 35? You know,
You're banking them. You're banking jewels, and you're waiting for the shop to drop. And the shop is going to have, different types of equipment, different types of boosts, consumables. Like those are all the things that are planned so far.
Okay, cool. Well, I gotta at least hit 33. I think that's gonna be my goal. Unless if I mint the legendary, I'm not gonna go for that. I think something tells me that's gonna be more time than I have. But
hey, if you get a legendary, you might get there fast.
That's true. Damn. So there's a what do you call it?
We're trying to like
cause
make
and effect
it as
there. Cause and effect.
yeah, and we're really trying to account for like all the different like types of user journey that might happen, right? Like if you mint a legendary, you might get there fast, but if you don't and you grind, you still get a legendary, and then completing the rest will be easier. So
is this true? You need 3 minted kaijus to use the battle pass. Is that kind of like how you buy the battle pass?
Yep. It'll be unlocked automatically. You don't have to pay for the battle pass, and you can't pay for the battle pass by itself. And just for this season at least.
One thing that you guys are probably considering these things for other seasons, but doing what I've seen in battle passes is there's like free milestones that you get even if you don't have the battle pass unlocked. So like if you don't have like the 3 kaijus and you just play a lot, then you get like certain milestones, and they're obviously less rare, but still get.
Yeah. No, we very much want to have like different tracks on the battle pass, even for free to play players, and we also want to build in ways for free to play players to eventually earn characters as well.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, we debated heavily like a 2-track battle pass, one for free to play players, but it's just
a lot of work,
Yeah, it's just like the amount of product features that we've already built for this is just very high. So we'll add it over time.
You guys got more than enough already. I just I'm pulling at strings now. Seeing
dude, this is awesome. Like you're literally asking all the questions like that we've been asking internally, and like a lot of the design we're doing.
Hope this gets you excited about your own game then.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm hyped. Like,
me too. I didn't know it was happening next week. I have a hard time, admittedly, keeping up with every project building on Arbitrum. But every time I get a refresher, I'm just like, oh, sick! That's just around the corner. I better.
Yeah, I mean, it's changed a few times too. So
okay. So wait, it might change.
No, it's locked.
It will not.
It did.
We're locked in.
Are these meant to be empty? Like you don't get anything on these levels?
Yep. Yeah, so as you progress, like the rewards become greater but further apart. So it's modeled like a lot like a RPG leveling might be modeled.
Right, like unlocking spells.
Yeah, I mean it's the same as like,
exactly.
Right, yeah, like progressing from one level to another in an RPG takes more time typically than the previous.
Maybe just throw in some jewels here, maybe like 10 jewels, just a little something.
It is not a bad idea.
1 gram
to make it feel a little better. Yeah,
just to make it feel less like, oh, is there something supposed to be here?
Totally. Yeah. No, I'm gonna write that down. That is really not.
Otherwise, you might as well have had like this is level 28, and then there's just like 4 dots, and then level 29 or something like.
That is also a really good idea. I like how you're leaning in on like the user feeling and experience of this.
It's all about that UX.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think I don't want to speak out of turn here, but like I feel like I can definitely get to this.
The battle pass? Yeah.
Level 20.
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
You think
Send the screenshot.
Yeah.
Send the screenshot.
I was debating doubling down and saying no, you can't, just to make you like do it more, but so you can get mad and if you're gonna do that out of your own volition anyways, then yeah.
Tyler's going the true gamer route.
I know it works on me, so I know it works on other people.
Yeah, no, it works on me too.
Can we talk about the mint again before we say our goodbyes here?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have a pack that's gonna be like you can just buy them all in one go, or a certain amount in one go, and then you're gonna have just like a smaller version of that, which would be this.
Yep.
Give or take a different name, and then just the one. Okay.
Yep.
And it'll all be the same price, or
so the one you can actually the prices are finalized. The names aren't. and the currencies potentially aren't. We're looking at adding more, but this like the numbers on this page are correct at the moment.
Okay, cool.
So
you're
there
getting
is a
like
discount.
these two, you're getting them like $20 each. You're saving 5 on each kaiju.
Yep. I mean,
it says it right there. I didn't even. I just did the math.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
love
You
it.
guys took care of that.
Yeah, I mean, we very much want people to play with a full party. We think that's going to be the best experience.
Right, that's
but
the Legion
like,
pack.
if you want to buy one, yeah, exactly. Let's say you buy the Legion pack and you just want to roll 1 or 2 more kaiju. Like, you can, you know, or also let's take into account the vouchers. Like, if you get a legendary voucher, you're just going to want to get the hero pack as it's titled on here, right? Because you're
Right,
just
'cause you
going to
just
want to
get
use
one.
that voucher for
Yeah.
a single mint. So we are trying to, you know, again, really suggest people play with a full party, but come play the game free to play first. If you like the game free to play, get a
You just
party.
get the commons.
Yeah. I mean, it's still like the commons on easy mode is still going to be a great time. Like,
It is.
it's still-
That's
it's
what I
still-
did the
yeah.
first time. I didn't understand the
it's really-
reroll mechanic, and I
Yeah.
just did the commons.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we want. Like,
Should probably write that down somewhere. Like, please play with the comments on easy mode.
yeah,
It'd
just
be much
yeah.
enjoyable for
Come
you.
play free to play
Yeah.
if you like it. I've
Free
been
play,
saying
yeah.
that
It's pretty hard.
everywhere I go. Every
You could
interview
probably just
I
have
do.
that on whatever landing page you have. Just like there's a mint section, but then there's just like play for free button. A giant thing.
That is also, man, this is all
Yeah,
right.
this-
We got to do some
this would've
private
been great, yeah,
playtesting
3 weeks ago.
sessions ahead of future releases.
Yeah.
This is good.
That's my bread and butter is just doing this kind of stuff. So I like when I can do it. With
No,
games.
this is sick,
Yeah,
man.
we
Yeah,
do
I love
it all the time for
Yeah.
us.
I love to see games succeed in Web3 because there's not enough of it. If sadly, I've seen
It's
so many
rough out.
games that,
It's rough
that
out
I
here.
that I like and I'm excited for them, and then they run out of money and just close shop. So that's always
It's so sad about
breaks my heart.
It's rough out here,
I like
man.
that.
It's you know, it's crazy because gaming is like such a kind of evergreen market traditionally. Like, it's going to do well, boom or bust. And then crypto is like the most seasonal market that exists, right? So we're like subject to the crypto market, but we're building the long-term product. So I feel for builders,
But
man.
the thing
It's
is,
not easy.
cycles be damned. If the game is fun and you have a core community, you're gonna last as long as the motivation's there.
That's how we feel. Yeah. Like I think we've shown we're pretty damn serious about this. Like minting 2 years ago and like shipping multiple products and building this game. And we've had an awesome community.
I mean, the potential for this game is actually pretty good compared to what I've seen with games of this type succeed. So I don't know if you guys have done any seed rounds yet, but like this is definitely, I think even in the pre-alpha mode I played, it's like worth sharing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I do think that like it already does stand up against comparable Web 2 titles. Like,
True.
especially in a similar stage of development, right? Like, I can't say that it stands up against Slay the Spire, but like when Slay the Spire was an alpha, like maybe our game is like, you know, comparable in terms of fun and depth, hopefully.
This is meant to be a compliment to whoever the artists are. It might not sound like it, but I like
We're
that
ready.
the art looks like I could do it, and I'm not a good artist. I know it's more complex than that, but it just like seems very like silly and playful.
No, we want it to be like goofy. I feel like just like this genre in particular tends to be, well, it's changing, but I feel like, you know, like a lot of like fantasy stuff is often like more like realistic, and I feel like there's like tropes that exist for like a sort of like intense, like non-whimsical fantasy that one might associate with it. So
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like like the game is mostly just about like the characters, the goofy little guys who are fun to look at. They're all like cute and silly and pretty simple.
And one of the cool things is like, you know, down the road, when you guys want to build out the game to add some variety and freshen things up, you can like add a new class and then do just like a mini mint for that class, and maybe adding in like a few new of the existing classes and their new art designs and excite people.
You are
We are,
predicting the future
See you in
right
4
now.
weeks.
It's I'm not gonna lie, like it's not rocket science, but like a lot of games don't think about these things, so I have to
Yeah.
say it.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, you are straight
For
up.
sure. I mean, yeah, Boost, I
Yeah.
really good to hear you. Like, currently trying to do,
Yeah, because I think that's like sometimes people do that in projects where each new collection doesn't really add anything to the project, whether it's a game or
Right.
not, and I think that's where people
One,
start to like talk about value extraction, and that stuff gets under my
yeah.
skin.
I think this is okay to talk about.
Oh,
We
sure.
so a lot of these the three classes that are currently playable are made to be like kind of well rounded. They all have like strengths and weaknesses and different unique mechanics, right? But they're sort of like designed to be like multifaceted, and we want to experiment more with having like very like dialed into like doing one thing.
Right, very
classes,
heavy.
so you could like really min max, yeah, and that's something we want to explore with different classes in the future.
Yeah, just like pure support, pure
Yep.
tank, pure
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like every class you have already, it was 3, right?
Yep.
The
Yeah.
rogue, wizard, and knight.
Mhm.
You could make a version of each of those that is like fully weighted on the opposite
Yeah,
side.
you definitely could. I think that's something we want to like weight, so like people can like have a feel for them as generalists and then spec in further. I think like a concern of having the classes be so like weighted towards like support or whatever early on is like, say you just buy your 3 Pioneer Kaiju and they're all supports or whatever, that would like feel bad. Because it's like, it might be like an unplayable party versus like this, like all of the classes can be used together in any combination. It's like fine. But yeah, I think like long term, once it's like established and people have like these, we can start adding more like one-dimensional ones that have like very specialized mechanic, which makes the game more like deck buildery too, as opposed to now, which is mostly just like, okay, like what cards do I have the option to draft throughout my run? Which ones am I choosing? That's like most of the game. Yeah, and then like with equipment too, like really letting people dial into like customization for the game again, I think is a
it will be cool to have eventually like you can just put together at least like a starting deck of like a few cards and then draft uniquely every run, and then maybe maybe you get to pick one card from the whole run that if you complete the run that you get to keep from that deck that you unlock, stuff like that.
The Kaiju, I know we weren't sure if this is going to get implemented entirely or not, but I think it's settled that the Kaiju have different like starting cards too right now.
Okay.
Like these Pioneer Kaiju. So if you have like a larger collection of them, you have access to different starting card pools.
But you don't get to pick which ones you start with, right? It's kind of.
Well, you would pick the like Kaiju who always has the same like starting cards.
Right.
So like each Kaiju comes with like 5 cards. It's like an attack, a block, like a species card.
Okay. So if I buy 3 Kaijus, I'll have a starting deck of 15 at the beginning of every run, essentially.
Correct, yeah. But then and then those will have like the same consistent starting cards, I believe. Right. So then if you have like 12, then you'll have like probably 12 different sets of like starting cards to choose from, and you can like experiment with that to find one that you like the most.
I don't remember, but do the cards based on like how powerful or rare they are in the draft have ratings like as well as like the uncommon, rare, epic, legendary?
Oh, like do the cards have rarity? Is that your
question?
Yeah. So they don't currently, but they will. I just think we haven't implemented yet. We want to make like certain cards rare. Like Bucket of Shurikens, that card you saw should be like a rare one for sure. But right now, the chance of getting that is the same as any other rogue card.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because then you're just using the same color grading system across the board for the items, Kaijus, and
currently it is, but cards will have rarity.
Cool. Well, guys, I just want to mint this right now. It looks very appealing. The way they got the little shadow behind them, they look popping out at me. They're ready to enter the UI.
Yeah, little like apple.
This one with the treasure shield, is that a super rare one?
Yes, that's a legendary. The pale frogs are legendary, and so is the treasure shield. I think.
Is there only one of these?
That specific one,
exactly like that. Yeah. But
there will be ones that have similar, like it's generative, right? So there will be ones that have similar traits, but yeah, that's a legendary treasure shield Chad frog.
Someone's gonna get that maybe.
Yeah, and whoever does is they should be stoked because that's a sick frog.
Oh my god, if it's me. I feel like if it's me, I'll have to like donate. To
Give
the
it out.
I'll have
If
to
it's you, we'll
donate
hire
to the
you.
community.
Yeah.
I'm not going to though. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be. I earned it.
Pancake, I just saw your. I don't know if it's a question or a statement, but yes, that is correct. The thing you posted at 102. Owning more than 3 gives you the opportunity to try different team comps and strategies. Oh, just highlighting it, like bring it up for everyone, or you did that probably?
I did that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I didn't, I was
interesting.
like, I
Love a
didn't know I
highlight.
had that control.
I can hit.
It's too
Can
much
you hit?
power.
Can you guys hit show on it? Probably
No.
not.
No. Or no.
No.
I just keep clicking it at the same time as you, coincidentally, and thinking I do for a second, and then realizing I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's where like the way I kind of think about it is like team building is your proxy for deck building right now. And then over time, like we'll give you more and more options to deck build for the people who really want to go that deep. But not every person like might want to even go that deep. Like people might just want to play with like 3 preset kaiju and not think
Yeah.
about the deck. So yeah, we can go deep with it though. And it's pretty fun to try out different team comps, like especially if you're doing like double or triple wizard right now. That's pretty fun and kind of broken. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna want to try triple. Like I'm gonna mint as until I can get like a party of 3 for each class type, so I can see what it's like to just put 3 wizards and just blow shit up.
Yeah, I think double rogue wizard is like my favorite probably. Big Bilbo on our team really likes knight double rogue. He might be right if it's better, but I don't know. I like the wizards a lot.
It kind of makes me think of if you ever did World of Warcraft arenas, and like there was just so many different metas you could do for comps.
Yeah.
And they even ended up giving them like unique street names too, or cool.
Right.
Like
Yeah. That would definitely be like our goal long term. Yeah.
I have some mock-ups I've made of UI like screens that have team name mock-ups like that. Like triple rogue is like this specific team name build or whatever.
Can you save your
Totally.
team? Can you save your team templates in your like dashboard in the game if your wallet's connected?
So, dude, you're asking the best questions. That is a feature that we have totally specced out and that we hope to ship during the Pioneer event at some point.
Okay.
Like we have a. I'm getting a little deep into the alpha. You're kind of snake charming
I
us
am
here,
extracting
I
it
think. But like we do have a reasonably robust like quality of life improvement live ops schedule that will be shipping during the Pioneer event, as well as hopefully some new game content as well. So we hope to keep it fresh and we hope to make it better and better. And, hopefully user feedback too, like you're giving right now, like points out kind of what we need. Cause it's like, it's a lot of clicks to get your party and to get your items all equipped and then go into the run.
You need, like,
that's a minimum of like,
you need the one-click trading
18
of building
clicks,
your
right?
team.
Yeah, exactly. So if we could have you be able to save presets and just go right into the run, and then your builds. I don't know.
But I also think once
sick.
you've done a few runs, you actually get pretty quick at it.
Exactly.
If you're
and
not
also,
rolling for 1,000 different kaijus to get a legendary.
Yeah, you're not gunning for the legendary in the in the character select screen.
Do you guys want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah. I love fun facts.
So I typed kaiju cards in my Telegram search box when I was just like looking for a group chat, and this old alpha group I used to be in 2021 showed up that said, "My first impression of kaiju cards is it has a great utility roadmap and the game looks great like Slay the Spire."
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You should tag that person.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to
playing kaiju cards right now.
Yeah.
Playing kaiju. It's happening. It happened.
Man, finally, thank God. Yeah.
That was September. That was actually almost
almost
2 years ago.
exactly.
It's the
Ready?
13th of September, 2021.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
That's
insane.
Yeah.
You guys
we
survived.
got there.
You survived it.
Yeah.
And we now have a game that's somewhat like what they described.
It's true. last question, I think. Are you guys still on Solana partly, or is it like full migration, and then anyone who still holds that Genesis gets like the mint or whatever you said?
Yeah. No, great question. It's a full migration. So we have a bridge that's open right now. That's a one-way bridge from Solana to Arb. And to get the benefits of your Genesis, you do need to bridge over to Arb. If you want to hold on Solana, like that's fine. We have some community members who, they really like don't want to burn their Solana NFT, and that's understandable. It's like near and dear to their heart. But if you do want the benefits, the first benefit starting right now, it's a free Pioneer Kaiju per Genesis you own. You just got to bridge over to Arbitrum to get that.
So are they just called, like, because I'm gonna look at this now too. Like, are they just called Genesis? Genesis Kaiju? Where would anyone find them?
You'd go to Magic Eden or Tensor. Tensor is a little nicer because they aggregate all marketplaces. And then you just type in Kaiju cards.
Okay.
And then typing in Kaiju cards will get you the listing brought up.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, it's like the monsters in the game.
Yeah. So there's 23 characters. We want them all to be playable eventually. Fingers crossed, probably. And then when we initially sold them, they were just intended to all be like used as playable assets or whatever. But it turns out fully animating 23 characters and coming up with unique movesets for them was not probably the smartest benchmark to initially put for ourselves. So getting them all to be like a level where they're like playable and like feel good is taking longer. There are a bunch of characters that are not in this version of the game yet that we have like animated assets for too. I think they're basically all animated at this point. I think there's like maybe a couple missing. But, those will probably all eventually be like at least either playable or in the game in some capacities. But I would imagine still that they'll all be playable eventually.
The lowest one I see is like 1 soul right now, which is pretty close. It's like getting a discount mint.
Yep. And that's for a common. So you'll get a guaranteed common or above.
So if you have like a rare Genesis, you get a guaranteed rare or above.
Oh yeah. Same with legendary.
Yeah.
Every rarity.
Just to reward people who have
that's very nice that you guys did that. I've seen a lot of migrations where the people who like they'll just do like a 1-to-1 burn and mint kind of thing, but this is kind of a cool approach to it.
We tried to structure it as like reasonably as we could. We did think about going ultra deep with all the parameters that we could do, like different skins, different species, but it gets really convoluted and it leads to a bad user experience, and it's also like a ton to build, right? So, but we did want to at least enforce the rarity, which I think is the biggest thing to enforce.
So let's see, there's 25 legendaries. Oh, sick. This skeleton guy, that reminds me of what's that? Necromancer in Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah. Lich Lord,
yeah.
He's a recurring character. It's pretty big to the story too.
All right, so what do I gotta spend here to get a
No idea. I have no idea what the market rate of Lich Lord is in 2023.
There's one that costs 49 soul. That's not super bad. What's the math? I don't even know what soul is right now. It's
bad at all. Soul is 18, 18-ish, 19. Okay. It's had a little, the market's been a little rough the last week or two.
Okay, that's telling me. I was just at permissionless, and so many people were talking about it, and I was like, guys, don't make me look at my phone.
Yeah, these days it's really just like the market's gonna do what it's gonna do, and like I don't know. I've been riding the crypto waves for coming up on a decade, so it's like.
So, last question around I'm glad we covered a bit of the Genesis bridging thing, because I don't think anyone on Arbitrum would know about that so maybe they'll want to partake.
Totally.
Is it so you bridge it? It means you burn it.
Yeah, so it's a burn and mint, but it's a 1-to-1. So like you'll you're going to bridge your Genesis, and then you're going to own that Genesis on Arbitrum, and then you can stake it to get a free Pioneer mint. So you'll end up owning a Genesis and a Pioneer, and the Genesis is going to have ongoing like rewards as well, right? Like they're the more premium asset. So you're not burning your Genesis to get a Pioneer. You're just burning it to bridge it, getting a 1-of-1 copy, and then you'll own that asset too. So I think that's really attractive. But it's understandable if, people don't want to go through the whole UX of bridging chains and whatnot. It can be a pain.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. Well, I think that more than wraps it up. It's been 3 hours or 2 hours.
We're still not at my initial projected start time of 1:30.
Yeah, that's true. We might as well just keep going. I'm well into overtime territory now. Just joking. Doesn't work that way.
Okay. Yeah, this is great though. Thank you for having us on.
I think this broke the record of the longest players gonna play stream. They always go longer than intended because I really love gaming, so it always I get wrapped up like this. But obviously you guys were good to talk to and clearly passionate about your game, so it just led to endless conversations.
Damn, sick. Thanks.
I really appreciate it. No, you like, again, the questions you asked were awesome. Probably some of the best questions we've ever been asked.
Hey, stop gassing me up.
No, it's true, man. It's just like, future casting, knowing Web3, knowing the game genre, like you said specifically. So it's been a pleasure, man.
Well, I'm definitely going to be making some content on my personal Twitter account for this, which hopefully I'm allowed to amplify through Arbitrum Gaming. So.
Let's go. We'll amplify you either way.
Yeah, this is a really well done system, and it's not even the most up to date one. So I'm excited.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you to see the current client too in a few days.
It's buttery.
Yeah.
Okay, so sick. I'll send you guys the file of the live stream, and you're welcome to use it how you want. Take some clips from it, because I know you don't want to like highlight the gameplay as much since it's an old client, but maybe you guys talked about something that was really bullish that you could clip.
Yeah, I mean probably this part.
Good idea. Love it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for talking. That was sick.
Okay, I love a Friday stream. Thanks for joining really late. You clearly have no social life, Tyler, right now.
At 1:30. This is my work day. I'm killing company time right now.
Oh, right. It's the opposite. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking the opposite. Like.
You're a day ahead. Yeah.
I thought you're like 1 a.m. right now.
No, we're having a great 1:15. You're right about that anyway.
It's just like lunchtime.
Even later. But
yeah.
1:15.
Log those work hours on my behalf. Cool. I also hope to see you guys at some of the conferences next year. You'll probably be ready to showcase this on like a demo booth. There wasn't any games that I saw at Permissionless, but at ETH Denver there was a shitload of games, and it was great just having like one table with a couple computers set up for people to try your game. I found it very, very helpful. Their booths were always full of players. So
yeah, we've done that like locally a couple times, like an arcade around here. That was super
true.
Cool.
You guys are in a good spot. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I missed that. That was like the early playtest days.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we'd love to do like a booth in the future.
Yeah, we want to make the rounds.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm trying to. We did our first Arbitrum day in France, and it was just talks, panels, and then like a marketing tent with catering. It was really great turnout, and great vibes. But I'm pushing for us to like do an Arbitrum day where we have like a gaming demo center where games can showcase or something. But it's obviously
I co-sign that.
Yeah.
I co-sign that. That sounds like a great idea.
we'll keep you abreast on that if things
awesome.
Develop. If I can convince, maybe I'll see if someone can propose that in the DAO. Just kidding.
Yeah, let's write up a DAO proposal.
You guys can do that. You guys can do that. I can't do
it. Cut too much conflict of interest. Yeah.
All right, cool guys. Thanks so much, and thanks everyone who stuck around. Seems like you got some core people here who watched the whole 3 hours.
Yeah.
Longtime community members. We have an awesome community. People been with us from the beginning.
I'm curious to see how many people came through in total because my dashboard only shows me how many are watching now, but it fluctuated a lot, so hopefully a lot of people passed through. I don't think anyone would stay for a 3-hour stream.
I certainly wouldn't.
Yeah, it's just me like doing this on the battle pass,
Yeah.
just talking to you guys.
All
right, cool.
That was great though. Yeah, thanks.
Call it there. Thank you so much, Tyler. Thanks, Mike, and we'll be chatting soon.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, thank you so much. Talk
Good luck on your mint and battle pass launch next week. I'll be keeping an eye.
Thank you.
It's coming. Yeah, we'll ping you. We'll get you in there.
We'll give you a retweet too on the Arbitrum account, of course.
Well,
love it. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right, peace, guys.
Bye.
Cheers. Talk soon.
Everyone.